Yeehaw! Nobody on cam?
Tonight, please ensure you have allowed the
Good
mic
evening.
camera
It
permissions.
is Savage Thursdays, and we are back after an extended holiday. Drake's trying to get his camera figured out because Drake got he Santa Claused himself a new computer.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, he's been waiting on. Oh.
New Year's starting out good.
New Year's starting out. Where is Engorgio? He said something about class. He might have class.
Doing something.
Your camera's not even on either. What are we talking about?
What? What the hell is going on here? I tell you, I don't know. All the updates and stuff.
Are you also on the stream? Do you have the stream chat in the stream?
None of these are. What'd they do? They all crashed, didn't they? Do I have the chat stream in there? Yeah, that's a chat stream right there in the role play screen. So that the stream I can capture some shit if I want to capture some shit. Yeah, I don't have a clue what's going on because they're not. We're in a room here, I see.
Oh, did you start your what you call them? Your electrons?
Yeah, my video ninja stuff. Let me minimize this and open this.
And then you started each individual camera on your computer?
And this time it picked it up. Really, really weird. Oh, you know what? I bet I needed to create the room before we all joined it. That's weird.
Yeah, you got to open those. Now I can connect. No? It's saying no.
I see Venno there now.
Yeah, I see Marb.
That's the only two people connected. So, don't know, fellers. Greg, it's got to have something to do with your new machine.
Well, that's what I'm guessing, but why Brad can't connect?
Oh, I didn't because I'm not feeling so well.
Oh.
He's just slacking.
I'm slacking off.
Did anybody get
as per usual?
Did you get your Slacker T-shirt that the stream bought you, Brad, for Christmas? No, you didn't because we fucking slacked off and forgot it. That's right.
I'm leading by example.
Wait, I don't remember going to a meeting where we discussed his Slacker T-shirt because.
Oh, I mean, I totally slacked off holding the meeting. Holy shit!
I'm so proud of you all following my example. You're learning.
The Albert stash. And Gorgio wants to know about your Albert stash, man. And Gorgio will be a cyber criminal by the time it's all over with.
You mean he's not already?
No, he barely knows how to use his shit now, and all of a sudden he's getting into cybersecurity. Okay. All right. That's some pretty deep diving stuff there, buddy.
Don't hurt yourself, by the way, Engorgio.
Yeah, I have no idea why Timmons, or Drake, your link would not work for you.
It's telling me I don't I haven't set up my camera and stuff on.
Well, it asked me to set up the camera and audio and whatnot every damn time.
Oh, it never used to ask me any of that. How do you do it?
You just click on your link and it takes you to a web page.
Yeah, when I did it, I got or at least the first time it had like a little pop-up that said like approve or
Permissions
to allow
denied. Mine says permissions denied. Please ensure you have allowed the mic/camera permissions, and then hit the X button. Then it says join room with camera,
there you
and
go.
then there's no
You-
like
you-
All right,
setting.
go
yet.
over.
You have to allow it, the website to access your mic.
Oh, maybe I've got a pop-up blocker.
Up there
Oh,
in the
there we go.
address bar. In the address bar,
There we go.
you have to give it permission.
Well, I don't want the microphone.
No, that's fine.
Always allow Ninja. Continue blocking camera and microphone access. Done. No audio.
There you go. Drake will be here with us in a minute. And Gorgio, you
Video
gonna make
source.
it tonight? Oh, he's giving me shit because he said he's got a bachelor in
There it
computer
goes.
science. Are you like taking online classes or what?
Yeah, and I think because I had to reset the computer and log back into Twitch, it's not giving me the pop up for the last sub I did, and I feel gypped. Stop that, sweetheart.
Because it hadn't come through yet or it didn't register because the last sub that came through was in Gorgio's. But
Okay.
thanks for giving me a heads up that it would be happening.
What's that?
So much for the heads up. Drake, you really thought that was funny, didn't you?
You did too.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's got their audio on their camera.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I turned it off. No, not that one. This one. That one.
There you
Now
go.
it's not.
There you go. Beautiful.
Look, I got a new shirt, and I put my sticker over the racing emblem.
Right. Oh. Good. I kind of like mine. Of course, you can't. I've got the damn WebEx or whatever, but mine's a secret lab.
Mine you could see like right here, AKA racing. You know, it's a chair from a race car. So
Well, let's see if we can get things working. We left off at the tail end of combat, and I'm not going to ask you guys to give an update or give a recap on what happened last session because it's been 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll just, you guys had made your way to Gomorra, and you've been kind of walking the streets trying to find a manor home that would have been owned by the Whateleys at one time. And you had entered one of the few buildings that are still, either not burned out, burned to the ground, burned to a shell, or just dilapidated and fallen in. And you ran into what are known as Faminites. And you had a brief encounter with them. And we ended the session right at the end of that encounter as it ended. Unfortunately, I already removed the tokens and everything from the map, but there was nothing in there. If you remember, I said it was a different type of architecture than the rest of the town. This building had more of an Asian feel to it. You guys do find a sign that's fallen down off the front of the building, and you flip it over, and it says Fu Lang's Laundry. And that's why all the bags of clothes and stuff that are inside here. You guys probably don't remember that, but that's where you were at.
well,
Nothing else in
I
this
don't think we
building.
have the map either.
No, I already removed that map. But here is,
Well, we have the town map of
there's the
Gomorra.
town map, and you guys are right here
Okay,
in
cool.
front of this laundry.
Thank you for the information. I could not remember what it was that we were at, other than Spooky Town.
Spooky Town. Sounds like a song. Welcome to Spooky Town.
Won't you take me to Spooky Town?
Spooky Town.
Is that a giant crevice in the ground?
Oh, crevice.
Crevice?
Crevices. There's pumas in the crevices.
Wait.
Is there a what? Oh
Did we
yeah,
check out the clock tower?
those were just maps that I used that were from Chris from Game Tile Warehouse, and one of them happened to have a big
Ooh.
crevice in it. Yep, clock tower. By the way, speaking of clock and tower and all that, let's see.
We did find a place that would be safe to rest later too. I remember that.
You did. It was this
But then we said we're going to
big
look around
stone
first.
building that's still standing here, but doesn't really seem to be much in it. Let's go to main tab, and you guys have lots of chips, but I think a lot of you have used adventure cards already. Ooh.
I haven't used a venture card.
I used one adventure card.
I have 5. I don't think I used one then.
Yeah.
The little box on the upper left of the adventure card tab will tell you if you can still play any.
Oh, mine says 0, so I must not be.
No. That's just a card. It's just a card.
Oh, when I hover over it, though, it says you can play 1 adventure card.
Exactly. That's just like the back of a card type of thing.
If you can play 2, you get 2 little cards that look like that.
Oh, you get 2 little
Show my
zeros.
screenshot.
That's a little confusing, but okay.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. That is a little confusing. So it's up to you. I'll let you guys make the call. You guys probably would lose some bennies. Some of you might gain bennies. Well,
I say we let
But
I got some pretty decent cards.
what was that, Wicked?
I've still got my adventure card and like 3 extra bennies, so I'm good with not
Exactly.
redoing.
You guys kept hitting jokers, and I thought, you really didn't get a chance to take advantage of it. So I will let it slide this one time and not reset everything for the session, if you so will it.
I'm good with that.
I vote yes. Leave it.
Yeah, I'm okay with the bennies. I'd be okay with resetting the adventure cards though, but that's just.
You're outvoted.
Well, I can't type /R and reply to people anymore either.
No, you send a reply, you just get a bunch of extra junk with it.
I guess they haven't fixed that yet.
Fucking bullshit. Really? I don't even.
Arbania, close Brad's electron capture window, and then
I don't know.
his token will
one's
pop up. If you
There we
hover
go.
over him, and
Cool.
then allow his token to pop up.
There we go. Oh, Doc Fong. Well, anyway, so okay, well we're good with it then. So you guys are in town. I will not reset cards or bennies. You guys are all sitting pretty.
Do you guys remember if we checked out the clock tower in this building over here?
I think we did. The clock tower, yes. What other building? I don't think we checked out that building, but I'm pretty sure we checked out the clock tower.
There's actually
because someone climbed up.
A road that runs out of town that way that you guys didn't really go down and check out. You kind of just went straight to the clock tower.
Sweezy does have an interesting point, though. If there is a big crevice, we should probably look in it because everything else has been underground. Yeah, I think so.
Well, they said these things are specifically found underground, and some are really Indians put them there, so it's going to be natural underground formations, not like
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but there was no that
basement.
let's see the map that here. I'll just show you the map.
Well, that's why I was asking if it was really there or if it was just part of this map.
No, it was just part of the map.
Oh,
I just saw
I couldn't remember either.
Raised area. It looks more like a raised area.
It looks like rocks to me instead of. No, I guess it may be. This side looks like it's down.
That's what I assumed at first till I zoomed in. I was like,
It could be either way, but I think the intended effect was it's a slightly raised area.
What's that?
What we're talking about.
Oh, you're not talking about
because
that
one
map.
building's right on the crack there. It would be like
that thing? Yeah, it is. It's a it is a big crevice. There's like smoke coming up out of it. I thought you meant this
Oh,
old
okay.
map. Yeah, let me unshare this because we're fucking done with that map.
Yeah, we don't see the old map because
Yeah,
you unshared it.
because I unshared it and turned it off, and then I just shared it again, and that was not the map they were talking about.
Oh, I remember we found a scary judge, and then Jeb was there.
The judge
Yes,
came
that
looking
one.
for a member of the party, and he said that member of the party was here. So evidently, Jeb Hexman must have been. No, you guys used.
I think one of us played a card.
Somebody played a card.
I think he was following us to try to get to Jeb.
Well, that's the way it ended up playing out. But no, he was gonna fucking start calling you guys out for your crimes and executing you one by one. Have you fought a hanging judge before?
I think after he took care of, or we took care of Jeb, he left for the time being, gave us a warning, basically.
Yeah.
Well, we helped with the justice, so we got a warning instead.
Or at least a reprieve.
Yeah, so Wicked, that is there. But to recap, you're not looking for a petroglyph here in Gomorra. You're looking for. There was, and hell, that goes back to. There was
We're looking for the library of the
Last
manor.
year.
Yeah, there was a page.
Yeah, we're looking for the Whately estate.
There was a page in a journal that somebody from the Explorer Society had taken and kept because the name Whately was in it. And basically, it was an entry about a guy who fled the town as it was burning down and being destroyed. And he was running past the Whately house, and he remembered somebody telling him about seeing, some strange lightning symbol in a book in there. What a strange thing to think about at a time like that. And that's all that was on that page, basically. So when Pennington Smythe found it, he said, hey, look at this. Symbol like lightning was at the Whately house in Gomorra, but so that's what sent you out this way.
Gotcha. I wasn't here for we're leaving to go get it.
Right, so basically that's the GM's way of saying don't worry about the crack in the ground.
But it could imply that there's like a cellar we should investigate if we do find the estate. At the very least, it could have like old wine.
Well, it sounds like we're looking more for like the library of the estate or some sort of.
And
Well, I
we've
think
got.
it's more just looking for the estate in general.
Did we get one of the signs of the 7 signs already?
Yeah.
Yes, one of them. I think me and you did it, didn't we?
Mm-mm.
Timmons?
Yeah, on Spooky Island.
He lifted you up to get to it.
Okay, so it was just me then.
Yeah, you
Looks like
bled
you
on
did
it.
But it doesn't matter. You guys, once you've undertaken this, it doesn't matter if, a different one bleeds on every one of them. Only one of you as, the Redeemers or whatever?
The Seekers. The
Seekers, I think. Yeah, only one of you have to spill your blood, and it doesn't have to be the same one that spilled blood on every single thing. You were named the Seekers once you undertook this thing. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to trigger the flood and destroy the city, kill the 13.
We voted Luke because it seemed better than everyone else doing stuff, and he's all mad.
Luke took it upon himself to take them all.
Well, because he hates Grimm and his people.
Like, I'm not a fan with you bleeding on him. That's okay. I don't like bleeding.
I mean, in all fairness, Timmons, I don't think anybody likes bleeding.
I know, I'm sure there's people on the internet.
Some of us do it more than others.
What was that, Wicked?
I said that's definitely untrue. That is, there are definitely people that like to.
Well,
So this laundry mat's like,
The laundromat's what, Drake?
it's crap.
And there's nothing in it, just old clothes, and you guys can all the wash tubs and stuff, and the the ringers, old ringers for wringing the water out of them and stuff, and with you found the sign. The sign says Fu Lang's Laundry. So,
well, if our clothes are too dirty in the morning, we could always come here after we wake up.
Well, Doc, is this a family of yours? Doc Fungling.
No, I don't think I have any relatives who are in the laundry business. Also, the name is different.
Hey, look! I found a can of fuck long tea.
Fuck long tea.
No, really, it's a type of Chinese. It's the name of
Yeah.
a Chinese.
So
tea.
let's go check out that building.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm probably mispronouncing it, to be honest.
But it
But it
sounds
looks
funnier
like-
that way.
Has it got
I agree.
rhinoceros horn in it or something?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't bring any horses or mules or wagons or anything up here. We just came by boat, got dropped off. Is that right? Did we come by boat?
I thought we went
I
by
thought
a
we
horse because the first time we tried, you got us in the desert instead.
Yeah.
I just remember we turned left at the cactus and we're supposed to turn right.
Oh, you turned right and you were
Yeah,
supposed to
this
turn
is
left.
long after the desert. This is long after the desert.
Yeah. Timon's like, nah, why? I know where I'm going. Do you now? Yeah,
The
I
only
got a
thing we
real
were
high
lacking was-
survival.
We just gotta turn left at the cactus. I remember that.
Give me a
the whole
survival
time.
roll. Crit fail.
The last time we came down here, we did turn left at the cactus.
Yes,
Just point it out.
Yes, the last time you came, you did make a left at the cactus and ended up
So Timmons wasn't wrong.
getting on the right trail, going the right direction.
We were supposed to
However-
go a direction at the cactus, not necessarily left.
Yes. Well, I think the whole cactus thing was, Timmons trying to figure out where he got lost at, and he really
That's called role playing.
doesn't really. He
Just
really doesn't
trying
have
to-
a clue, but he's going to blame it on. Should have been the turn of the cactus. But you guys didn't go back by there anyway. You didn't go back by the whaling hull where you killed the half.
Yeah, no.
Whatever. So
No,
you just came straight.
We
here.
will eventually.
Yeah, I mean, you know where that one's at. So cool. So you come up here, this building. Looks like probably some kind of a who knows what office building of some kind. Pretty fancy furniture looking through the windows.
Maybe it's a furniture store. Does it look like there's any other structures down the road? Who said there's a road here?
Yeah, there is. And damn it, I was gonna look at the time. What time is it? 7 p.m. So you guys were in there for a little bit. That's 7:15. And just keep good records on what's going on. Yeah.
I wonder what is over there. Oh, there's a house in a tree. That's a spooky looking tree, all right.
Yeah, so you see there's a road that kind of winds up and out of town. And when the moon comes out from behind the clouds every now and then, it shines down. You're like, well, that seems like there's a structure up there on that hill. What the hell is that? You can't really tell. It's too
Which
far
hill?
away.
Hey, look at that hill that's far away. We can't see.
Like, I draw the arrow off the map, but it's that way.
Let's turn left at the dead tree instead of the cactus.
So this building, I mean, we can we open the door? Can we look in? Does it look like a safe place to like hang out if we wanted to?
You open the door and look in.
Yeah.
Seems
Shine
empty,
our,
stinks, and it smells like mold and stuff, like mildew. You can see there's been water coming through the ceiling, so that building's not in as good a shape as it appears to be. But the furniture in here at one time was rather nice, so like leather upholstered stuffed chairs.
It's all like cracked and falling apart.
Yeah, it's all cracked and falling apart now. But I mean, you can tell somebody had this
Timmons,
shit
like,
shipped
is
in
there
here.
is there a working fireplace?
There's
I
probably.
think there was in the place where we were intending to stay.
Oh, was there a place we were intending to stay?
Yeah, we found out the other building that's
the
over
stone
here.
house. Yeah, the stone house.
It was all
here.
like secure, but we're like,
Oh,
it's only 7. It's only 7 o'clock. It's too early to go to bed.
Yeah. Well, let's walk up and see what's up on that hill then.
Wonder if it might be a better idea to do that in the morning. because it looks awfully spooky down here.
This whole fucking town looks spooky, man.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm saying.
especially the house up on the hill. Come on, have you never read a horror book?
The house on the hill in the middle of the night.
Your dime novels you've
What's
been
the
picking
worst that could happen?
Well, yeah, but how are we supposed to fight the ghosts during the day?
Right?
Who says we have to fight the ghosts? We're just here for some information, right?
Yes, perhaps we could befriend the ghosts.
I don't think their name is Casper.
How long do you think it'd
Wow.
take to walk up the road?
If such evil exists, it is our duty to banish it from this realm.
I think it's your duty to
He
banish
brings a
it
good
around.
point. Well, he can do the majority of the banishing and will help.
I just want to point out that if we get somewhere that I need to take a duty, so that's okay.
You could go in those dead trees over there. Perhaps that will help fertilize them.
I get duty off the top of the hill too.
Oh yeah,
That
I'm
looks like
pretty sure the
that look-
hill leading up to that house has eyes.
That is so incredibly ominous of a house up there.
the dead trees.
What?
I feel like we probably should have noticed the ominousness earlier.
But
was
don't
blocked
forget,
out.
you guys have never seen a horror movie ever. You have no idea what
But
Hollywood's
the
done.
horror novels, you know, Frankenstein and
Oh, yeah.
Dracula. I can't think
I
of any
don't
others.
know if Dracula
offhand.
was out. Wasn't that the 1890 or something?
We never seen a
Bram
flicker show.
Stoker? I don't know if Dracula's. Mary Shelley had written Frankenstein by this time.
1897 for Dracula, so.
Okay.
Alternate timeline, so who knows? It could have come sooner. Especially
I
with
know
all
they
this
got flying
happening before,
machines.
like-
They didn't have those in. We had no flying machines. They probably have movie projectors that run on Ghost Rock.
Yeah, you could probably pay a nickel and get a nice peep show with one of them too.
So
Carmilla has been published, though. That's like
Are
the
we-
predecessor to Dracula.
are we going in the stone building or are we going up the hill?
I guess we go up the hill.
We could go
I
up the
mean,
hill and at least look at the
I'm
building.
not disagreeing that it looks pretty spooky and we can wait till morning, but I don't also disagree that it's probably still going to be just as spooky in the morning.
At the very
that-
least, we could go see if there's a sign on the door.
I mean, that
we can
that's a
see
very
if that's
valid
the building we're looking for.
Exactly.
Fine.
But it's your blood that we got to spill, so that's up to you, Luke.
Well, I don't think the symbol's there. It just has information on where we can find one. Hopefully, it doesn't lead us to one that we've already seen.
That was the page that was torn out of the. That was found by and kept by one of the explorers.
Yeah, he said once he was in the library, saw a picture of a lightning bolt in an old book. So
Timmons, do you even know what a book is?
yeah, it's you tear the pages out to wipe your ass. That's what a book is.
Do what?
It's what they were doing with Kevin Costner's.
I prefer the ones that are
Lieutenants.
called nibbles. Those are really soft papers.
It's
The
a good
books that
thing.
say
It's a really good thing
Bibbles?
Alonso is no longer with us.
You guys don't
Yeah.
even have to. You can hear other sounds continuously. Like you guys aren't alone in this town.
Could you give us an impression of these sounds?
No,
Could you
Oh.
play
Use your
an
mind.
appropriate sound through Sirenscape?
use your mind. I don't. Let's see if Sirenscape. If I can even get to that stuff.
You should be able to. I think it's just a trigger extension.
spooky horse pee.
Hey,
Hey,
that,
trigger word.
that horse has gone multiple dimensions. That's spooky. Ooh, keeps going.
That sounded like a raptor. Or some sort of really weird big bird.
Yeah, just shit like that. Let's
Keep doing it.
get
We'll
this-
make Gorgio pee on his chair so he has to get one that doesn't squeak anymore.
That's that make me have to pee. Let me see what. You scared the birds.
I know they were sleeping until the damn T-Rex woke them up.
What the hell is wrong with? Oh, it's just such a big sound set, I guess.
No, I don't think your chair's that annoying at Gorgio, but close. Depends on how antsy you are. But you can fix your chair with some WD-40. Timmons clown shoes will always squeak.
Oh no! Don't ever use WD-40. Use some lithium grease or some actual oil.
It's just me, or does that sound like a submarine creaking?
Possibly a boat. Are we suddenly at the ocean?
You are. You're
Marbanian's
right
gone
on
to
the
the
edge of the-
Sirenscape rabbit hole.
went in the Sirenscape rabbit hole. You guys are. You're right on the edge of the maze.
Oh, right.
Like right on the edge of it.
But I don't know if we're close enough to like hear the ocean. I don't know.
So you start up the road towards the. Are you sure you want to come up here?
Do we have a choice? Do we honestly have a choice? Or we continue?
Well, it can't get any spookier than this.
So we get.
Keeping an eye out for
I was
threats
just
and
about,
dangers.
Just about to ask for that, Luke, and it's a nice roll because you notice that it's pretty spooky going up to this house, man. Pretty spooky.
Yeah, no shit.
You gonna continue on up there? I see the tokens just kind of. You guys are just staring up the hill at this house, like, do we go up there or not?
Did the plan seem different in any way here than normal?
No.
Well, Timmons isn't allowed to lead the way anymore, so he's like, I'm ready to go. Whoever leading the way needs to go on.
And you get up here, and just like in Psycho, the house is not nearly as big when you get up to the top of the hill from where the camera angle was. You know, it's actually like a 3-room thing. You know.
Is it like this? Is it actually like the one in Psycho, which was just the front of the
Just the
building and
front
the
of
back
it.
was held up with 2x4s?
Yeah, exactly. No, but you guys get up here, and the house seems to be a rather good shape.
Any
Is there a mailbox that says Watley?
Matter of fact, it's
Yeah,
looks as good as
any
new.
sort of label? Any sort of sign postage or mailbox that
Or like weird looking
Sure.
door knocker?
Sure, there is. Big sign says "Welcome to the Waitley's Home Sweet Home" floor mat in the front, and the house looks brand new. No peeling paint, no busted shutters.
Yeah, this doesn't match the town down there.
I feel like we
Something's
should
not right.
probably knock.
Do I know anything occult-wise dealing with this being like brand new, and then the rest of the town being, well, a shithole?
No, but I mean, some of the like the Sweet Rock Mining Company, the big stone building down there, and the laundry, it was in fairly good shape too. I mean, you know,
But still,
compared to the rest of the
obviously
town.
worse off. Yeah, it's still worse off than what this building looks like.
Right, but it's
is
kind
what I'm
of
hearing.
again, this is a big old tall hill that comes up to here, so you're kind of looking down on the town. It's a real steep hike up here. You're looking down on the town, and you're looking at this kind of fog rolling over it, and the smoke coming out of the ground from the smoke.
She's
rock
gotten
fires.
bigger.
Yeah, you can almost ride it.
Let's knock and see if anyone's home.
Is there a creepy looking knocker on it?
What knockers?
I
Oh,
doubt
thank
that door
you.
was locked.
Oh, knocker.
But I knock at the door, just in case, because I don't want to be rude.
Let's let everybody that's hiding in there that's going to attack us know that we're coming in. Yeah, that's a good idea. Go ahead, Doc.
Well, we don't want to be rude.
I mean, if there is some... Whoa, what the hell?
You go first, Sweezy.
No, you guys don't hear anything. It's absolutely silent.
There's still a ghost rock burning in town though, right?
Oh, you can smell that sulfurous smell coming up out of the town below you. Yeah.
Well, Luke pushes Doc Fong up to the door and tells him to knock, using that.
I already knocked.
Knocker on the door.
Yeah, nobody answers. It's quiet. There's no lights on inside.
Timmons would throw his voice and say, "Come in."
Housekeeping.
Roll.
I fluff your pillow.
No, I don't need my
performance.
pillow fluffed. Like, turn down service.
Is there a performance?
Yes, if you don't have it, it's unskilled.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
good
we're
at it.
here from the laundry.
See?
So, yeah, Doc, you don't hear anything but Timmons going.
Timmons goes, "Come in." Come in.
Luke will see if the door is locked.
Also, sorry, apparently I had Luke targeted before.
I shall open it if it turns.
He's only got...
The door creaks open.
He's only got 3,600 rounds left on his lantern. Better hurry up. Is it dark inside? Do we need lights?
Give me a spirit
Timmons has got his
roll.
googles on.
Give me a spirit roll, Luke.
Oh.
I'm going to Benny that.
I'm also going to wear googles, though.
So as you start to take a step into this house, Doc Fong reaches out, grabs you by the shoulder, goes, "Yeah!"
I probably
and you kind of, and you jumped a little bit, but you just like, Doc, knock it off.
Be careful. I just wanted to remind you.
Do so without the touching next time.
So can you guys see? Do you have a light source?
Yes.
We put on our googles.
Timmons has his googles on.
I have a lantern.
He doesn't have much depth perception right now. He keeps stepping in holes that aren't there. And
Well, you step inside.
have you ever worn the old PVS 5s?
the night vision, the
older ones,
night vision thing that weighs like 5 pounds and hangs down on your face. And
no, this one had the double lenses, so your depth perception was all screwed up. So if it looks like a shadow, it could be a rock and trip over it, or.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast dark vision for everybody else.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, we need to change that to dark sight, not dark vision.
Yeah, I have the actual buff thing I'm putting on.
See, he's already got it taken care of. Look at that.
I just can't remove from here the other one.
Yeah.
By
If you
the
could
way,
add that to effects for later, though.
I am glad to see that the testing rolls are working again.
Are they?
Yeah.
Maybe they're only working on your side, because we don't see them.
You won't unless somebody tests you against, like, do a performance roll against Timmons, somebody.
What do you target me? And then.
Or drop the performance dice against or onto your token or whatever, but in this case there is no token, so. Scuba comes slipping in here. Hey buddy, how was your holidays?
I hope you're wearing a fresh diaper.
17 months in a row, holy shit. Nice, Scuba, good to see you. So on the combat tracker now, do you see
I
I
don't
said
see
my
anything.
intimidation went on it for him.
Yeah, but I don't see the button to roll or anything.
Well, I have to. Let's see.
And it didn't automatically do it.
Apply.
Wait, why is he shaking?
Who's shaking?
Doc, he
Fuck,
Oh,
was,
he became shaking when you
because he
applied those
lost
for
the
some
test.
reason.
He
Well,
lost
but
the
it didn't.
test.
It didn't give me a roll.
Yes, it did. Rolled it on this
Oh, what
side.
was it? It didn't
Oh,
show me.
It rolls in the background, I guess. Okay, now I've
But-
cleared
but-
all of that.
Timmons is shaking from that. Also, you might want to fix.
So, does somebody still have a Albert light candle? I'm gonna say no. He has dark
Well,
sight.
I have a lantern. But I'll put it out if he's casting dark sight on us.
It doesn't matter what.
We don't need Googles then.
So, is it dark vision or dark sight?
Sight.
Oh, I did it on the 3 people who didn't have the Googles, but I can do it on everybody else. It just costs me a PowerPoint each.
Yeah, could you?
It's really
Well, no.
irrelevant because I'm gonna let you know right now. There is no map for this house. This is strictly
What?
theater of the mind. You walk inside, looks
Wow.
like a house, looks like
That means it's not a boss battle.
it does matter though. If we can't see, then theater of the mind isn't going to help us very much.
Exactly. So, but what I'm saying is, don't worry about the syntax of
The
the
effects.
effect right
the
now.
effects.
Yeah. You're right. It does matter, but you can see now. And it looks like a big, nice manor home, and it's fairly
Well,
clean as well.
We come into the foyer.
You come into the foyer, and there's looks like a big formal dining room on the left, and on the right is a smoking parlor maybe.
Does it look
Then
like
you see
anyone's
a-
been in here before
see
us?
a
Are there any
great room
footy
and-
prints?
Are there any what?
Footy prints?
No,
Footy
it looks
prints.
really clean in here. As a matter of fact.
Like the maids were here? Somebody had been cleaning house in here.
Does it smell
dust
dusty?
in- Did the maid here housekeeping?
Does not smell dusty or anything. I mean, it seems like a home that
How
like
many
you can
ravens
almost
are in here?
you can almost too many. You can almost smell like the natural essence of the people who would live in this building. That live in this home.
Wait, is that
Because
pine
every
I
house
smell?
has a smell.
Brad, see your Discord messages.
Oh no. Well, let's look
Dare
around.
Dare not say it to Marb.
Is there any like bookshelves here?
You
Is there a
guys, it
library?
doesn't take you long to find a very nice library in the back.
Hey, there's a library.
Hey,
We look
Tim,
for the book.
here's a coloring book for you.
Let's pull all the books out at random to see if they actually open secret doors.
Yeah, which book? Because there's literally
This has the thought papers like the Bibbles do.
there's probably a couple thousand books in here. I mean, it's a huge library. Huge library.
Well, I guess we're staying the night.
Everybody
Was
give me a
there-
notice roll. He didn't even want to come up to this house. Now you want to stay the night here?
I mean, that's the only, the most
I
efficient
wanna
way
Benny
to
that.
research for the book we're looking for, right?
So I dropped that on the roll.
On the die on your trait tab.
Character sheet.
Oh, the little square that lights up. I see it now. Where'd it go? There. Gooder.
Good use of bennies, guys.
First, I'm like, look at the book. It's red.
No. What I'm looking for is somebody who had the best notice roll there. Who had the best one?
I mean, it
Timmons?
was 7.
Looked like Timmons did. Timmons, you find a piece of paper on a small side table. There's looks like somebody's sat here recently, and there's this like piece of paper, and it's kind of dog-eared on the edges, like it's been handled a lot.
Is there writing on it?
There is.
Is it in English?
On a side table sits a yellowed sheet of fine stationery monogrammed NHW. With a note
Somebody, Waitley.
written on it in a small, cramped hand.
Did somebody know the Waitley? This nanny
little
poo
bit about
poo
him.
Waitley?
Somebody knew a little bit about him. I think it was Pennington Smythe told you they were a bunch of crazy half-inbred sorcerers or something.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
remember hearing about crazy inbred sorcerers.
I remember that description as well. I mean, is it like still a smoking cigar in the ashtray, kind of like somebody was just here feeling the seat's still warm? I feel the seat's
Is
still.
there a fireplace in this room?
There is a fireplace in this room.
Is it lit?
It is not.
Does it look like it's been lit
worse
recently?
Not
Is it
recently.
warm like it's been lit?
No.
Okay.
Nothing
no
in this
embers.
house really feels like anybody's been here, in the last few days. Although it does not feel anything like the town below the house in Gomorra.
But it feels lived in.
Is there a kitchen? Is there like food in the kitchen?
There is a kitchen. You do find some like food stuffs.
Mysterious jerky.
Mysterious jerkies and stuff.
Is it rotten?
Some of it is. Some of it's not.
Well, let's take what's not.
Actually, no. There wouldn't be any rotten food. No.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Meat's back.
It's like, there's pork chops over here.
Pork chops, applesauce,
and bacon. Don't forget the
pork
bacon, Timmons.
Remember when we fell asleep, had a dream, and we fought the devil. Remember that? That seemed pretty real too. I wonder if we were in some kind of dream world in here. A pitch doc.
Oh,
well, I don't think this is the spirit world, Timmons. At least not yet.
So why the food bad? The food bad are entire everywhere else except for here.
Maybe it's got some sort of evil around it that protects the food.
Because the Whateleys are witches. They probably enchanted the food so it wouldn't rot.
Maybe it's made out of evil people or something.
Actually, you find a book in the kitchen. Looks like a recipe.
How to cook
20
people?
ways to serve people.
But
20 ways to serve people.
Is it called How to Serve Man?
No, there's it looks like arcane script all through it. There's no 6 cups of flour.
Like a spell book kind of thing.
It looks more like a spell book, but it says recipes on the outside.
But we can't make out the writing on the.
But the writing on the inside, is all like arcane writing.
Do I figure out anything?
Occult?
Yeah, looks like some conjuration spells for creating food. Thank you for the follow. Fade RM.
So Timmons is like, he'll sample a piece of food, like something that's not needs to be cooked or something, a piece of bread or whatever.
Like an apple or something.
No, apples have a history of being cursed. Go with the lettuce.
Yeah, a banana. Is there a banana?
There's like a loaf of bread and
Timmons
looks
is
like some kind
bread.
of beef, some sliced beef of some kind, and you taste like bread and sliced beef, man.
Is it one of those boards?
It's a Jimmy John's.
But is it like one of those boards? Like what
is there like a boar head up on the wall? I mean,
we use genuine boar head deli meats here.
Snout paste?
It does not taste like snout paste. It tastes decent.
Timmons is making him a peanut butter sandwich right now. It's good. Get a glass of milk and go back into the library and start looking for this book.
There's no glass of milk here.
Is there anything to drink?
Doesn't look like it. Not here.
You gotta check the wine cellar.
Yeah, you could go down to the basement. Go on, Timmons. Go down to the basement.
No. We're going back to the library. He takes his peanut butter sandwich and his water skin and goes back to the freaking library.
Doc Fong and I will check out the wine cellar.
We will.
Well, you suggested.
All right.
What'd you say was written on the little piece of paper? The yellow piece of paper?
Well, nobody picked it up to read it. It was just a folded over piece of fine stationery.
Timmons opened it. He was looking at see if it was in English, so I'm assuming he was reading it.
Yeah, you open it. There's not much. It's not much written in it, but you can tell that it's been handled a lot. There's like drops. There's like water stains on it, and the ink is ran in a couple places, and the edges are tattered, dog-eared, as you'd say.
It looks like it's been folded a bunch of times.
It looks like it's been opened and closed and opened and closed, and it says, "To my kin, our great empire in Gomorra has fallen. Those infidels went to slaying, one to the other shedding blood, until none was left but us. We depart now for our hideout in the west, where the sign of lightning sleeps within the rock. You who is Whately knows where that be. We anxiously await your return to the bosom of your loving kith and kin."
Hey, they're talking about movies.
Nicodemus Whately.
Oh yeah, not evil at all. Named Nicodemus.
You guys hear the floorboards squeak out in the hallway.
Sorry, Timmons. That's just us going down the steps to the wine cellar.
I thought I fought it.
As you leave the library and try to find this wine cellar, you hear Timmons reading this letter in the library, and you hear the floorboards creaking, and you turn and look, and you see kind of a big, brawny kid, maybe about 17 to 20 years old, somewhere in there. And he's kind of holding up his hands like, "Don't shoot me."
He's like, "We're only here for some milk." Oh, Timmons like, "I'm only here for some milk." He's a big mouthful of peanut butter and milk.
Who are you, Doc? Are you seeing this guy?
Oh,
the kid with his
Doc
hand
can
up?
see him.
Yeah.
You can hear Timmons. You look out the doorway where Doc and Luke just went, and you can see this kid standing there. He's got his hands up, and he's like, "Don't shoot me." Yeah, I say kid. He's big. He's big, thick.
Bubba. His name's Bubba.
Yeah,
He's a kid though.
Kind of big shoulders, almost like an English bowman or something. Big brawny hunchback shoulders.
Is he armed?
Does anybody currently have their weapon out?
No, he's got clothes on, sandwich. But it's like his 5-year-old little brother dressed him or something. His clothing is just completely ridiculous.
Like he's got like a Howdy Doody outfit on or something?
Yeah, he's this Howdy Doody. I mean, this kid looks like Howdy Doody. There you go. Hey, big old Howdy Doody. Don't shoot me. Hey, he kind of does this.
I remember when I broke my Howdy Doody lunchbox. That was so bad.
Did you have a Howdy Doody lunchbox?
I did. Because we lived in Fort Lauderdale, and when Howdy Doody went like off the air, they still were broadcasting locally in Fort Lauderdale, and we got to go to the show and everything when we were kids. I got called up on the stage.
No kid.
I got called up on the stage, and I go up on the stage, but I tripped and fell down the stairs and busted my lip, and they wouldn't let me on the stage because I was crying. I started crying even more.
Ouch. In more ways than one.
Really bad luck.
That's a great story, though. I busted my face on the Howdy Doody stage steps.
No, it was the steps going
and Howdy
down
Doody said,
to
"Get your ass off my stage,
They're like
Drake."
Really like long.
Did you have any siblings?
I had a twin brother.
Did he push you?
No, he was mad that he didn't get called. They called it a seat number or something.
Oh, okay. I just had this mental image that like you're like, "Hey," and then like your sibling just goes, "Shove." That's in front of you.
That could happen though.
It has happened.
So, what's your name? Timmons yells out down the hallway.
Hey,
Howdy.
I don't know.
Oh.
You don't know who you are?
I don't have a name, I don't think.
Do you live here? Is this your house?
We will call you Billy Bob.
I keep it clean best I can. It's
It
better.
looks pretty clean.
Better than living down there.
You live
Or
up
is he-
here?
Points towards the town.
Yeah, it's way better.
For a
So,
while.
Are you
said.
related? Are you a Watley?
He looks at you and just total confusion.
No.
Venom's having a conversation with his cat.
Yeah, she attacked me. And it wasn't the kitten this time.
Is that your food in the kitchen? Am I eat? And he holds up half of a sandwich. Am I eating your sandwich?
Is there food there again?
Again? What is it? Like reappear every day or something?
I think so.
Do you eat it?
That's all I have.
Oh.
Where did you come from? The house seemed abandoned.
I've been here. I've been here since I got here.
And when did you get here?
What's today? He says.
It's been some time. I mean, you guys, you know you're like at least 30 miles from any settlement, you know. And
Timmons.
it's like this kid wandered in here, so you don't know. It's just
Timmons like peeks down the hallway. Huh?
Hey, Timmons, was there a name on that letter or memo or whatever you found?
Oh, here, hold on. Oh, it got some peanut butter on it. Let me see. Nicodemus Watley.
Yes, Billy Bob. Do you know a Nicodemus Waitley?
And I'm not sure he
I'm
knows who he
sorry.
is.
Which one of you is Billy Bob?
You are.
Everybody points to
I'm
him.
Billy Bob?
Yes, I gave you a name.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody needs a name, right?
I think so.
Why didn't we call him Howdy?
No, you name him Duty. That way you can say, howdy, Duty.
He looked like his pants. He looks like he's waiting for the flood. You know, they're about halfway between his ankles and his knees.
Does it look like they're like way too small for him?
Well,
Like the clothes?
like they're too short.
Like,
yeah, I mean, it's
like he
it's
grew
like
up. Like he looks like Tom Hanks after he wakes up in the morning and tries to put his pants on.
Yeah, yeah, it's
And big.
and big. It kind of looks like he's wearing like an old ratty farmer shirt, but a really nice pair of suit pants, and the suit pants are too small, and the farmer shirt is way too, it's ripped kind of around the shoulders, where his big shoulders have ripped it open. Drake, thank you for the biddies, man. Thank you.
Somebody has to be number one. There was nobody up there.
It's a new year.
I know.
Yeah, so that's and you what'd you say about the name Nicodemus Waitley?
Yeah, I was asking him if he knew a Nicodemus.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Do you know where there's a hideout in the west? Where the sign of the lightning sleeps with the rock?
Well, I've read that paper, but where is west?
It's over that way.
Timmons looks at the other
West is
people and
that
he
way.
says, "That's left at the cactus."
West is that way.
Who all is in west?
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that way.
Everybody west of here is in west. Everybody east of here is in east.
Yes, what Timon said.
He just looks really confused.
What do you use to clean with? Timmons is going to walk up to him. Like, right up to him.
He walks out of the room and walks back down the hallway towards the kitchen, and you follow him, or you just
I'm right
with him?
Actually, I want to bump into him if I can, on accident.
Well, I think Doc Fong and I are going to continue looking for the wine cellar.
Well, you can easily find a door down to the larders, the wine cellar, and whatnot. Timmons, he makes it through the kitchen, and he gets to like this pantry cupboard, and he opens the cupboard, and what, you kind of bump him out of the way or something?
No, just like trying to brush against him. I want to make sure I'm not dreaming.
Well, no, he's solid.
So I could feel him and stuff. He didn't like.
Yeah, he just, when you bump into him, he just stops and looks at you.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Like no
I
reaction.
slipped on my sandwich.
Doc Fong.
Wait, you what?
You slipped on
my sandwich.
Doc Fong and Luke, you go to, there's a small doorway off the hall, and you open the doorway, and there's some stairs that go down, and you get down, and there are a few bottles of wine down here, some Kentucky bourbon, some other stuff like that. There are foodstuffs, but none of it seems to be, it's all pretty well rotten, the food stuff is.
Well, the whiskey and wine should be good.
Yes, they should last longer.
And the bourbon, I think Albert would be dragging back
Last
up.
I knew, Albert hadn't drank for a while.
He might not be drinking it, but it's in his nature to take it.
At least hoard it. Try to sell it later at his bar.
He's like, this is selling my bar. Perdition.
So outside of Heroes find not outside, but outside the library. Heroes find a brawny lad of about 18 years. Holds up his hands, begging not to shoot him. Doesn't know his name. He acts like a teenager, but probably a bit simple. Probably a lot simple.
Well, I'm picturing
friendly, a little slow on the uptake.
I'm picturing the big guy of Mice and Men. I can't think of his name.
Lenny?
The character's name. Yeah, that's it.
Who John Malkovich did a hell of a job playing the character. Hell of a job if you've ever seen him and Gary Sinise.
There he is. I found him. His name is Howdy.
He says, I guess I'm the caretaker.
And have you seen anyone else here?
You see,
the whole time?
He shows you the brooms and mops and stuff, and then he just immediately starts going to sweeping the floor. Just like
shit. Did I track all that in? I'm sorry. That's it. You should put a rug at the front door.
It's never happened. Nobody comes here. That's okay. It's my job. I'm the caretaker.
Huh. Wonder why none of my party members haven't beat you up yet.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Sometimes they surprise
mean?
me. They can be. Especially the one with all the spikes and the blades on him. He can be mean.
So, West is that way?
Is there anyone around that's part of the posse?
Nobody followed you in here as far as I know.
Tim is like, yeah, maybe. Why?
He just keeps on sweeping. Goes over and picks up some food, and he says, yes, it's here again. And he eats the food.
What food do you like the best?
Well, I like that one. And he points to the piece of bread.
That's bread.
Yes.
Look, if you put some of this on it, and I'll put some peanut butter on it or whatever spread there is, and fold it over and go, here, try that.
it's the only thing that's here is like some sliced meat and some bread, some cheese, some things like that.
Some cheese.
Yeah, some
Cheese. But
And you make him a little sandwich and he puts it together. He says, "Yes." Mm. Do they have this food in West?
it's getting bad. It's like a lot of the food's going bad. This is some kind of recipe out of this book over here, and it's magic. Would we call it magic?
Yes. Luke would have said that it was conjuration magic.
It's conjuration magic.
But
I don't know what that. I don't know what that means, but it means it wasn't here, and then now it is here.
Exactly.
Oh.
Are you going to West?
Yeah, we have to find the lightning that sleeps with the rock. Right? Have you seen that word anywhere before in the library? Lightning? Have you seen like a little? I'll draw a little lightning bolt with the piece of cheese on the counter or something. Have you seen something that looks like kind of like this? Doesn't the cheese isn't writing very well?
The cheese.
Something like he's looking for something to write with.
He picks up a small knife and carves it out of a chunk of cheese. How about that?
It's just me, or is Timmons over there cutting the cheese?
Well, if he's cutting the cheese, I've got the wine.
You guys get
anyone else have an ominous feeling?
Sirenscape?
Ominous music just started.
Well, I was just testing Sirenscape, and my Sirenscape has crashed again. It always does that. At least
I hear it.
Once. Really dumb. I wish I could figure out why it does that. Huh.
There'll be food around the corner. There'll be food around the corner.
Food around the corner.
Food around the corner for me.
I think the funniest little flea.
That was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. I used to sing along with it.
Oh, I like the cram bone. Froggy with a Courtney and he did right. Cram bone. Froggy with a Courtney, he did right. Cram bone. Okay, so anyway, you go down, you find some wine and stuff. You don't. I mean, you could spend literally weeks here looking through these books. What do you guys want to do?
Well, Doc Fong and Luke will come back up, and I'll peek my head in.
Put this wine bottle on the ground and spin it around, and where it points, we check that book. If it's some kind of magic book, it should somehow point to it for us to find.
I don't think your math quite works out, Doc. But yeah, Luke sticks his head into the kitchen and waves the bottle of wine at Timmons. You know, kind of like shakes it.
Wait, is it got wine in it?
Yeah.
That's nice. Remember, I don't drink.
Oh, yeah, come on. Just wine. A little wine won't hurt you. I mean, you've been to church before, right? They always
last
give
time
you
Timmons, last time Timmons got drunk, he woke up with some big-nosed, long-necked chick in bed with him.
Well, we won't let you get that drunk. But here, just have
an Adam's apple.
That was back in St. Louis.
Joplin. And then Joplin.
Oh, yeah, Joplin.
So, I mean, you know, you guys can look forever, but I think if you reread the note, you've kind of found what you need to find.
Yeah, we
head west.
We need to head west.
Unless it's a map for the library.
I can go with you to west, the kid says.
No, it's going to be rather dangerous.
If you were to start a hideout somewhere, where do you think you would want it to be?
Are you talking to the kid?
Yes.
He looks at you like he doesn't understand the question. He just a blank face.
Timmons to kind of point to the west a little.
Well, that only narrows it down to most of the earth. And water.
No, Billy Bob, I think you're best off staying here, doing what you do best, taking care of the house, right?
But there's nobody to take care of the house for.
We'll be back. This is a nice house. We'll come back and visit you on our way
I
back
don't
from
want you to
west.
leave me. I'll go to west with you.
You don't want to be alone?
It's been a long time.
Do you have
I'll be
something
good.
more than those sandals?
Do you know how to cook?
What does he have for footwear?
When you start asking him these questions, he just looks kind of like the wind's come out of his sails. He doesn't, either the answer is no or he doesn't know what the answer is. You ask him, can he cook? And he kind of gets a little deflated. You got any better shoes than that? He just kind of wilts a little bit more. I promise I'll be good, and I won't get in your way, and I won't bother you. And I can clean up pretty good. See?
Yes, you do a fantastic job cleaning.
Have you ever cleaned boots before?
Timon.
What? Get a drunk of wine and he can clean my boots.
I would clean your boots every time before you came in, because look at the dirt that you've left in here, and I've had to sweep it up.
You did a good job.
That's what I do. Please, I can go to west with you.
Well, we ain't going west till the sun comes up.
Well,
so we're going to stay here tonight with you.
Is there anywhere nice to sleep in here?
Well, there's bedrooms upstairs. I usually sleep right over there, and you can see there's like this old blanket laying next to the fireplace that has no fire in it.
Why do you don't sleep up in the bed?
It's not my bed.
So, I mean, you found this house, right? Nobody lives here. So, it's your house now, right?
How do you know it's not your bed? Let's go look. There maybe one of them says Billy on it.
Who's Billy?
Isn't that your name?
No, his name is Billy Bob.
Well, Billy and his middle name is Bob.
Yeah, remember I gave you the name.
It could just say BB, though.
I've just always been the caretaker, that's all.
Is that what other people call you? Do you remember other people?
You are other people.
Before us.
There's four of you, yeah.
Before us.
We
the only people you've ever seen in this house?
He just kind of walks away like the questions are just too much for him, and he goes and sits down with his blanket in the corner.
Is there any firewood?
There's probably firewood in a rack here. Now it's
Let's
a good
fire. Rack is like way over there.
I mean, there's a wood rack next to the fireplace, like most of them, and a ash bucket and a little shovel and a brush and a poker and stuff like that. So you could probably start a fire. Now, this wood is pretty dried out. It's well seasoned.
That's a good thing, right?
Well, not right. That fire will burn up quick.
Well, maybe we got enough to cook a pork chop or something on it.
You got a pork chop?
I don't know. There was some beef in the kitchen, right? It needed to be cooked? Or was it cooked?
It was cooked.
Oh, shit on that. Timmons is eating some beef.
Yes, have some of that devil's pastrami.
I got a tea and beef sandwich right here. You want one?
Don't call it that, Doc Bong.
I think we're going to spend the night here. What do you guys think?
I think we should have a sandwich first, but yes.
There's a big table. Timmons is going to sit down at the table and eat a sandwich.
Well, I mean, as long as there's free food and wine, I'm okay with staying here.
That's the only thing to drink is wine.
You guys could go as far as to go around and light all the gas lamps, the oil lamps. I mean, there's still oil in the lamps and shit, man. I mean, you're just walking around in the dark with your dark vision right now. But you could literally.
Well, I mean, we probably
light the house up.
light a few. Probably light up a few.
Yeah, like I'm sure in the library, if we were looking around in there, we probably lit up a lantern and walked around with it.
I think Sweezy T is
we could build a fire at least.
Yeah, we'll light up
use
some.
Paper to wipe again.
Don't.
I mean, the books.
Do what?
You gave me one to wipe with. You said you called it a coloring book. He's got it rolled up in his back pocket.
Yeah, the only color he has is brown.
And it's worn down to a nub about that big. So yeah, there's bedrooms upstairs. You can sleep down here. There's oil lamps. I mean, literally, it looks like whoever lived here just left. Just turned the lamps out.
Or that's what they want us to think.
Well, I think Luke is going to attempt to find any sort of journals and or maps in the library that tells about the people that were here before.
Oh, you find a lot of things.
Like Nicodemus.
A lot of things. A lot of the books in here are spell books, but they're written in some arcane script that you don't understand. And
I was mainly looking for like family history, or who the current family is, other places that they might have gone. Because west is just a general direction.
Actually,
specifically, he's looking for the directions to the hideout. But
are there any maps, like folded up maps on the shelves?
There are maps, but there's some maps of California before the quake. There's maps of some mining areas in what looks like might be Utah.
I think my camera broke.
I'm gonna spend a good portion of the night going from room to room, just looking for empty space, because there's like hidden rooms.
Okay.
There we go.
So, give me some kind of investigation roll. Whatever skill you're using to.
Closest thing I would have would be knowledge or notice or unskilled.
Yeah, notice is fine. Yeah, you guys don't find any. It doesn't seem like you don't find any place where there could be, hidden rooms.
All the walls are accounted for.
Yeah.
I was really looking for hidden rooms.
Yeah, he's just looking, going from room to room, like, yeah, this wall lines up with that wall. This wall lines up with that wall.
Yeah, and you guys are pretty sure that that's, really it. Following up with the town of Gomorra below you, there's not much. This home is kind of lackluster if you're looking for adventure. Other than, if you guys had the right arcane skills, maybe you'd get some use out of the library, but most of the books in here now, there's some stuff written in English, but most of it is about ancient magics from the east and different stuff like that. I mean, it's a
main thing that Luke is looking for is going to be like main thing that Luke is looking for is going to be like a journal maybe written by Nicodemus or one of the other Whateleys.
I'm gonna go check the bedrooms for that, on like if there's nightstands or tables nearby.
Right.
See if there's like any journals or anything.
You find none.
Well, this bed looks comfy, so I'm gonna claim this room.
So you claim a room. Okay.
Well, after searching the library in vain for a while, I'll go find an empty room upstairs. I should specify an empty bedroom upstairs.
I'm just trying to read through some stuff here to see where the connection is. I think Doc Funk being from being from Northern California, Doc, just give me a common knowledge, streetwise, something like that. Yeah, there's actually a Whately Isle. There's a Whately Island out in the maze. Not sure where, but it's got to be west of here because you're right on the edge of it.
I'm gonna mention that to everyone. There's a place called Whately Isle in the maze.
That's where they went.
Is it on the map we found?
It's not marked.
We need to remember there was also a woman we heard rumor about.
What'd you say, Marbania?
It's not marked on your map.
Are you sure about that? I'm gonna play a venture card.
Are you?
Why couldn't you play that earlier?
Nice.
Nope. Not
if
marked
we
on
found
the map.
the clue, I wouldn't have needed to play it.
Not marked on the map, but you do get the brilliant idea that maybe if you went back to Shanfan and did a little research, you could probably find out where Whately Isle is.
I have a feeling Pennington's Life might know. Well, I think our next stop after this is the simple to the east of Shanpan in that cave that Timmons supposedly found, assuming that he can lead us back to it without going through the desert.
What are we supposed to go? Left at the cactus again?
No, we're not supposed to even get to the cactus, Timmons.
At the tree.
You have a meat lead? Okay.
And actually, you guys weren't going back to, you could go to any town and kind of ask where Whately Isle is and probably eventually find the place. I think you were trying to move on north and you were going to meet your ship in New Opportunity or something like that.
Are we?
California. California and Great Maze. Is it this one? Yes. Yep, New Opportunity. So, you guys are currently here. You sent your ship out and around, and they were going to try to find food in several places and then work their way to New Opportunity, and you would meet them there, I think, is what last I knew. What the hell? I'm getting a weird map clicking shit, Timmons, that you had, or Drake.
What happened?
Some mouse update system null reference exception, blah, blah, blah.
Double mouse wheel button at a certain point, it does that. I don't know why. I can't figure out exactly what was causing it, but it was close to a double mouse click or something once in a while that caused it. I haven't reported it. Matakiri said it was something to do with Fantasy Grounds. Yeah. I don't know what he said.
Anyway, I got it too.
I see a Petroglyph 19 on the map. I wonder if that's where the Whately Estate is.
You see what?
Or the Whately Isle is. I mean,
do what?
It's technically west-ish from here. Petroglyph 19.
Oh, you're talking about that pin?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because I gave him random numbers.
Was there a reason other than that the ship was looking for food that we're going to go up to New Opportunity?
I think that was the main reason. They were looking for food.
So if we're going up there, we need to take the train. Or a boat. Take a train and cross over the mountains, or take a boat.
Now there's a road that runs along the coast.
There is that road, yeah.
The Ever Triumphant Trail?
But if we took the railroad, we'd have to cross mountains at some point.
We'd have to double back down or something. It'd be weird and awkward.
You guys also know there is an old rail line that runs from Gomorra to Sacramento. You haven't found it here in the town, but if you look at the town map,
didn't we find a train station?
Yeah, it's actually, I didn't continue the rail out, but I brought it in from the wrong way. It should have came in from that direction, so it runs off that way. And here's the train station.
Yeah, we fought bad guys at the train station, didn't we?
Did you?
Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, they're like sort of
because they had
dead.
tickets from like a bunch of years ago.
Oh yeah, Walking Dead.
I don't think a train stops at the station anymore, fellas.
Well, it could be
maybe
a
it has
train.
a hand car. Maybe it has a hand car.
Could be.
They had tickets from 2 years ago. Yeah.
And Brad,
Well,
you're not riding the ghost train.
I'm pretty sure we're spending the night
Sweezy
here,
will just
so.
suplex it. It's okay.
All right, so you guys are going to try to get a rest in here. So let's see.
That sounds like the most fun.
Uh-oh.
Well, also, we should probably ask Billy Bob to keep an eye out.
Okay.
Well, I think before whatever encounter he's about to throw at us, I think we should go on break.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we could probably do that. Let me.
Then you can find a map hole for a break.
Well, and there's things that can negate this. I just got to read down through here and make some rolls on tables, and there's some things that may negate it. But yeah, it's a good time to take a break. So, let me get. Where's my count? So I will start a countdown timer. I will come over here and select some music to play. Starting with.
I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee.
That. And yeah, we'll be right back. So stick around, guys.
I'll be right back.
I'm eating one of the Christmas presents for that.
We're back. Back. With a vengeance. And because I took a break too and didn't roll up anything, we're going to see. So let's see if it's even possible to have this encounter.
It's always possible if you try hard enough.
Were you actually on 81 sessions? Holy crap.
We're on session 82. Yes. Yes, and Fade RM said they're looking forward to the first 81 sessions. I'm like, what? Serious? But we appreciate it. We're glad somebody's out there. Somebody's out there to watch. So
When you get to the part with Timmons in the squeaky shoes, just go pee first.
Oh, or when you learn about Timmons' former woman.
Or what was the thing you made us do? Oh, look, there's some. What did you call it on our sheets? A secret
Oh,
that someone else knew?
Rumors. So yeah, starting the game, I basically told them all. I said, come up with 3 rumors about your character, and one of them has to be true. Okay, so they each had 3 rumors. Now there's only one original character still with them because this is Deadlands after all, and Savage Worlds. And Timmons is the lone surviving member. And the only thing I can remember is the one rumor he had that was true was that he had 3 testicles. I don't know.
I don't remember the other 2 either. They're not. They're in notes somewhere that you have way back when, but they're not on the sheet.
We're
This is
going
hilarious.
On. Yeah, we're well into a year and a half of this campaign.
Yeah, I mean, if we ran 1 session a week, that's 82 weeks. Yeah, and we missed at least 10, so that's 92 weeks ago.
Yeah. So we're well into getting close to 2 years in this session, and they've not even come close to scratching the surface of what you could do with these plot point campaigns from Pinnacle Entertainment. They're really good stuff. I highly recommend them, and especially if you have a lot of time in a good group that sticks together. So yeah, so this encounter can happen. It can't really happen. The thing about it is this place is so isolated, nobody's here, that almost any encounter that I come up with in their encounter making thing here would be like, well, that's doesn't really fit in. So you guys are going to get a long rest through the night.
I was assuming there's going to be ghosts, to tell you the truth.
So, do we get to eat a lot of food and take a bath?
Now, had you stayed down in the town, you get up the next morning and yeah, there's food out here again.
Is it the same or is it different?
No, it's the same. Sliced, looks like sliced beef and slices of beef and bread and cheese.
Not even boiled eggs?
Nope.
Since it's breakfast?
Nope.
Or bagels instead of bread because it's breakfast?
No, if you put the cheese on top of the meat and then you put the bread and then you put it over the fire, it turns nice and gooey.
No, it is melty.
Just don't burn the bread.
Tim has just invented the
grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Grilled beef and cheese. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is this place is Arby's?
Right now you can get an Arby's Euro.
Well, they do have meat.
Arby's is pretty good. I've just got to say, Arby's is pretty good. Although we don't endorse
mac
Arby's.
and cheese is.
I haven't eaten at an Arby's in 25 years.
Alternately, if you disagree with this, feel free to subscribe to Marbenia's YouTube and leave him a comment telling him why he's wrong.
Yeah, you guys can always subscribe to my YouTube where you can totally, argue with me about, I'm trying to say, what was it that was I taking the
people.
Earth? The Earth was, I invited the flat Earth people to come and convince me that the Earth is flat. So
I tried to pay $1 to people to come subscribe, and
yeah,
I didn't get any.
And
I think I lost 2 people.
You know, Drake, he's another one. If you're looking for good streamers, good content.
I stream 5e though.
He streams 5e Dungeons and Dragons. And you know, hey, you know, we have a good time here. So you guys make it through the night. Sun comes up the next day, and you can still see this kind of bluish gray smoke rising from the ground in the town below you. And the kid's got his blanket, and he's got like 3 or 4 shirts and a couple of pairs of pants and 2 or 3 pairs of shoes thrown in here. But it looks like, you know, 2 of the pairs of shoes too small for him. His toes have worn holes through the ends of them. It's just really a pathetic sight.
Are there any shoes that will fit him in
Oh
this
yeah,
house?
he's got some shoes that fit him. Yeah.
Yeah, your
All right,
clown
so-
shoes.
He can wear my clown shoes.
You can't, he won't sneak up on anybody, but he'd be fast as hell.
So Timmons is gonna put together an outfit for him to go traveling, because I think he's going with us. Timmons does.
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
So Timmons takes it upon himself to go through the house and pull some different clothes out that you know, you go through all these different wardrobes in this house. It looks like somebody just walked away from it, and there's plenty of different clothes in here. You know, there's probably 12 people that lived in this place at one time.
Yeah, Timmons, you're responsible for them.
I'm gonna look for a hat
I'm gonna have to come up with an NPC to put on your
to give to Billy Bob, because he needs a straw hat.
Find me a picture of the hat that you're gonna give to him. And
Timmons says, since I left St. Louis last year, I was responsible for a lot of people. And then he just looks around.
That's what Billy Bob's hat looks
and
like.
all those poor people you were responsible for are dead now, or retired.
There's a couple that are hunting us.
Yeah, a couple of them you left behind still hunting you. Okay, I must not be on the right Discord channel. I'm not. I'm over here in a Brad chat, and I missed all kinds of stuff.
One of these could be good too.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
I wasn't on that one either.
That's the cat in the hat for sure. Whatever you're posting is not one to come through.
Why does that cat look kind of Asian? I don't know.
Because he's pissed off. Somebody put a fucking hat on him.
It didn't work.
I tried to put a scarf on my dog one year for Halloween, and he just stared at me like,
are you serious? Or you're gonna make me wear this? Or you're serious? I don't know, man. Discord's being kind of janky for me.
yeah,
Well,
it's
it's a
load
straw hat,
slow.
kind of like it's a straw hat like the cat's wearing, but it says "Mommy's girl."
Took a screenshot because it wouldn't. Cut out the chin strap and for it to say "Mommy's girl." And
put that hat on a kid. Somebody's gonna have to do some creative photoshopping this week and come up with a picture of what this kid looks like, and I'll come up with an NPC to put on Drake's sheet there. It's like the son that he knows he had, but he was never able to.
Doesn't want.
Yeah, where is it? So for those who have never seen it, yeah, Timmons had a one-nighter in Joplin, Missouri, with this lady. And
The last time I ever drank, a lot. I have a drink once in a while.
That's why he quit drinking. Yeah. And as a result of that, the love child of Timmons was born. And I think that's Mr. Bean. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. Just some pictures that I found. So that's why Timmons doesn't drink anymore. But this kid could be the son that he was never, around to raise.
It's in Fantasy Grounds.
Well, I see the one of the.
Yeah, I don't see the kid.
Not his son.
Huh?
He didn't share it. He just showed it to the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, just put it after the stream.
We've all seen it. We don't need to see it again.
I don't know. Timmons needs to be reminded.
Timmons is very well aware that he left Shanfan or Perdition recently because he heard she was coming. Why do you think he's no longer mayor?
We'll just have to we'll just have to fake your death, Timmons.
Yeah.
Okay, so reading on down through here. Blah, 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 blah. So what do you guys want to do tomorrow?
Then I would
you
lose my money.
You want to hang out in Gomorra, or why don't you adjust the time?
No, I think we're gonna head back to Shanfan, right?
Or we could go to that cave to the east.
I say we try to find the cave.
Oh, yeah, we're already out this way. The cave's like right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we go. I think we go there since we're only 1 inch away.
We can follow the railroad tracks, and that way it should be clear.
So you're gonna spend some time and go to the place that you know about.
Oh, here's a scale on it.
Yeah, there's a scale here.
Yeah, so you just draw a grid on the map, set the scale, and then we can measure.
Or we can do this. So it's about 100 miles to there, so it'd be about 60 miles to there. And then about another 60 Shanfan. So, it's a day out of the way.
Yeah.
That's a day out of the way. And I could put a Drake, you have to be so particular. Grid. Okay, grid.
I was just making observation. I never really realized this map had a grid on it.
Well, technically, all maps in Fantasy Grounds Unity have a grid. Whether you see it or not is a different thing.
Oh, I didn't set the distance though. So
right now it's like a little.
Thanks for the follow on YouTube. I got a subscriber.
Did you get a subscriber? Distance multiplier suffix.
Miles,
and what is it? 1 square is 20.
Yeah, about.
Here. Oh, looks like you got it. Now, remember, it's from the center of the... Oh, you don't have the grid lock on, so that's pretty cool.
I don't like the grid lock when you're... These big maps like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Works out perfect. So we're going to do the hike from Gomorra to left at the cactus.
Where you should have... the whaling hole. 60 miles, that's... and you're walking because you didn't bring horses, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
We'll be there by tomorrow night.
I think we got dropped off near Gomorra by the ship, right?
Yeah,
and then they went on north.
I don't know, but I found out how to get a mouse update error.
How do you do it? Double click?
All right, so if you draw a line by doing the 2 clicking thing.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then you make the line go away with the clicking bolt.
Oh, when you cancel it is when it does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's when I need to report it.
That was it. Good job, Bradius.
I'm helpful.
I actually did it mostly on accident before, so I couldn't figure it out.
I know, it's like, what did I do? What did I do? I
did it on accident too, and then I thought of what you said before, and I said, hey, wait a second. I will clarify. For science.
I'm going to click us back over here to the role-playing.
So what do we got? Like a 3-day hike?
It's probably 60 miles. It's a good 2 days. Yeah, it'd be a hard 2 days.
That's what I'm saying. Probably 3.
If there is if it had been flattened out for a train track, it should be clearer.
Relatively flat.
Not hilly, at least for part of it.
From there to there is a the Gomorra spur off of.
Yeah, we don't want to go to
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Oh, I thought there was a line underneath here. Never mind.
There is a line underneath there, but
It does look like there's
it might be a road. Doesn't look like tracks because that's a track and that would show up big time.
Yeah, that would be dark.
But a little road like that might show up under there.
But if
I think it's the font.
But see, even this Pleasantville looks like that. Like there's something under it. Just the way the font is.
Yeah. The letters have like little line thing.
Yeah, I thought he just used the road one for like the abandoned track is what it was. But yeah, so
do you guys want to like try maybe like the road and then cut over?
I mean, you take the road back to Shanfan and then over.
We could go back to Shanfan, tell some people to go research the Whately Island and know where it is when we get back, then go to the cave, and then when we get back to Shanfan...
That's a brilliant idea.
They'll have found it.
Cool.
And then if we want, from Shanfan, we can take the Denver Pacific Railroad and head on and to this road.
Oh yeah, hop off over there.
This is the Iron Dragon. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Yep. Have the train stop. Back then, you could have this train just stop and let you off.
Yeah, there's a road there, so I figured
Timmons could probably pay to have the train. We just need
that's a river. I'm sorry.
Stop. And then I mean, we could take some horses on the train and then ride up there if we want. But I'm in the mood that I don't feel like taking care of horses. People are wanting to eat them.
Yeah, we're having enough issues of feeding ourselves at the moment.
I thought you sent all your horses north.
No, Timmons sent his mules to the ranch. Or maybe north, but I don't know what everyone else did with their horses. But
I think the mules and
Albert was talking about eating his mules or something. He's like, I think that. I'm going to pay to have him shipped out of here. Maybe he shipped them back to St. Louis or something. I forget where he shipped them to.
All right. So let's get a survival roll, first of all. Or you guys just take some of this food with you?
Yeah, we're going to take all the food with us.
Yeah, we're going to take sandwiches for sure.
Well, I'm still going to hunt.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt because we don't know if this food's going to disappear at the end of the day or what.
Yeah, we'll see if we can, like, get stuff on the way back, forage and stuff.
Oh.
Ooh, those mushrooms look good, Doc Bong.
I think they're the kind that doesn't kill you.
Hey, look. Over here next to these mushrooms are these little blue little creatures. Look, we can grab them. This one got a Santa Claus hat, and this one's got a wig on.
What?
Smurfs.
I didn't realize they lived in rural California.
Yeah, there's Smurfs out here.
They're in the mushroom patch.
Are they? Let's
or
see.
that what
Luke
we see
finds
after
enough,
we eat the mushrooms.
Luke kind of scavenges enough food for the day for one person. Doc finds enough for two, and Timmons finds enough for two. So, you guys got enough to feed 5 people. There's the kid. And
yeah, there's getting 4 of them.
Somebody needs to roll survival for Albert.
Who's got his character?
I don't think anyone does.
I rolled a 6. Timmons I might be you.
Well, the kid might know how to survive too. He lived out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, Albert.
Yeah, and his food popped up every morning. He's going to go look for something to eat. He's probably tired of bread.
He said it was.
But he doesn't remember he's tired of bread.
Well, you asked him what his favorite food was, and he pointed at the bread.
Right.
There was only 3 kinds of food, right? There's meat,
bread, cheese, and
bread,
meat.
Cheese.
I probably would pick the bread too.
Depends on what kind of cheese it was.
All right.
If you had to eat the same 3 foods every day, I think cheese would get old first.
Yeah.
Never.
I don't know.
It depends a lot.
I can eat too much cheese. I can tell you that. My proctologist can tell you I eat too much cheese.
That's why
All
we
right.
need to keep scaring you to make sure everything goes out properly.
Okay, so you guys head back. You find enough food for the first day. You pass a bunch of, or you don't pass, but you're coming toward a large group, probably about 8 people. They got some pack mules that they're leading, and one of them's driving a small like cart or whatever, and they're kind of heading your direction.
Simmons, aren't those your mules?
No, those aren't my mules. It was like looking. I don't think so.
No, those
Pretty
are
sure that's the one with only one eye.
Yeah, but that's the wrong eye.
Oh, you're right. It's the other left.
Exactly. Hello.
Timmons looks at the other one's ball sack. Yeah, this isn't mine.
Wait, why are you
you just
looking at
walk
his
up and
ball
start
sack?
looking at your mule's ball sack.
Well,
Mule doesn't have a ball
when
sack, buddy. Yep, mule does not have a ball sack.
Timmons is talking about his coin purse.
Oh. That's cool. Let's see.
He says, I'm very familiar with it because when you got them strapped to the front of your wagon, that's all you see all day long.
I thought you saw his ass.
Well, on a mule, the ass and the ball sack is in the same place.
Fair enough.
Where are you all
Let's
going?
see. I don't need that anymore.
They don't look like
I need this. Okay.
Grimm's guys, do they? They're not wearing the
Red.
the garb.
Modifier is a 6.
Are they the Spanish Inquisition?
I wouldn't have expected that.
Exactly.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Except when you're expecting the Spanish Inquisition.
They're late, them jerks.
Looks like I don't know. Well, you guys ask them who they are and what they're doing, and they tell you that they're from RT Chestnut's resupply of Lost Angels.
Oh, how's
You from RT Chestnut?
doing? How's old Chestnut doing?
Oh, Mr. Chestnut's doing fine.
Are you getting supplies? What are you doing out this way? You heading up to Gomorra? What are you, Devil's Armpit? Where you heading?
Well, let's find out.
Maybe they're heading to Hell's Angel.
Doesn't tell you in the random encounter?
No,
Of course
but
not.
it can't. It says if it was that, but it's not that. So now I have to go down here and roll on this.
I hate the ones that are like 72 pages on one sheet, and you got to scroll.
Yeah.
God, I hate that. Fortunately, most of the Starfinder ones aren't like that.
The guy that seems to be like the foreman of these guys, he kind of walks up to you and he goes, "What's your relationship with Mr. Chestnut anyway?"
Mr. Chestnut and I are business associates, and I'll pull out.
Yeah, get the business card.
I'll pull out. No, those are his business cards.
Oh.
Timmons is going to pull out his pocket watch and say, "We the Devil's Posse. Have you heard of us? Detective agency."
I can't say I have.
Well, we've hired Chestnut's tugs and stuff on several occasions.
Well, as you know, there's a strange thing called love. And believe it or not, old Mr. Chestnut wasn't always just in love with his business and making money.
Oh,
No.
did he once have some sort of cute pet?
You know, I'm probably not at liberty to say any more than that.
Was it a bunny rabbit?
But women can make you do strange things. And he's kind of sent us after something for such a strange thing. That's not
you could tell us more.
No.
Or maybe not.
You out looking for some red roses for his female or something along those lines. I get it.
No. Nothing that simplistic.
Well, I know how it is to get away from women.
Well, Mr. Cunningham, if you know, I really hate to say anymore, but
look how honest his hat is.
I mean, anything you say will be kept in strict confidence.
Yeah, and you get a piece of cheese on some bread. Here you go.
See, Mr. Chestnut was one time a resident up in Gomorra. And when catastrophe struck that city, that little town, his wife perished.
Was he the owner of the laundry?
His wife perished, and he barely made it out with his life, and was never able to recover her. So we are on a recovery mission, if you really must know.
Well, they didn't happen to have a little boy, did they? We all look at Billy Bob.
Oh, what? A boy?
A son.
Boy?
I don't believe so.
How long ago did you say this was?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
That's when the whole town burned down too, isn't it? 2 years?
2 years ago.
Same time frame.
2 years ago, the whole town was destroyed.
We just left there not too long ago. Did was there a particular spot that you got to find her in? We could point you in the right direction. We're pretty familiar with the town.
Yeah, there may or may not be a big chasm in the middle.
Well, she worked there at the some mining company or another, and she was at work that day when the catastrophe struck.
Did we see them? Did we go into a mining? I think we did go into
a building.
Oh, you found the building. You never went into it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you walked in. You opened the front door and looked at it. You didn't really go in. But believe me, you didn't go in because if you'd
we didn't search it for dead women. That's for sure.
Yes.
Do people actually go out searching for dead women?
These guys
are.
You'd be
surprised. Some people are, what is it, necrophiliacs? You know, hey, you never know.
They're narcoleptics, man.
Yeah, with
is that...
with the modern technology from coming here from that city with that railroad guy, who knows what's possible?
It's just Mr. Chestnut's needed to do this for years, and I think it's the only thing that's going to put him at ease. Anyway,
it's a noble and honorable task you've been set on.
Oh, is it now?
Well, I mean, putting the dead to rest and, giving Mr. Chestnut some closure. Yes.
Well, and since we're business associates with Mr. Chestnut, I call him RT if you don't mind. He deserves, and his employees, you being his employees, deserves a good meal. And I recommend that you go up on the hill to the house on the hill and go in the kitchen and make you a sandwich. There's going to be food there every morning.
Really? You wouldn't joke a man about food at a time like this,
no.
would you?
There are sandwiches.
Of course not.
We got some. We had some sandwiches. We already ate them, but
you can see the kind of loose skin kind of hanging off these guys. Like, they were all not too long ago a little bit bigger than they are now.
And Timmons shows his pooching belly. Look,
but in the cellar, the food isn't
yesterday. I ate 4 sandwiches and a big block of cheese, and I haven't pooped in 2 days.
I am so tempted to punch Timmons in the gut.
I'm gonna make sure I'm nowhere
Timmons
near
like
behind.
walks over to Luke. Come on, I gotta poop. Try to get it out. Give me a good slug.
A good slug in the gut make him shit his pants. Well, okay.
You
That
now see
escalated quickly.
that Timmons has a belt buckle that says Simmons on it.
What? Oh, belt buckle says Simmons. Okay. So these guys go on about their business, or are you gonna do anything else with these fellers?
We wish them luck. I mean, they're going to Gomorra. They're going to need luck.
Yeah, and be careful if you go to the train station. It seemed like it might have been dangerous there.
And the Salt Rock is burning. Goth Rock is burning bad, so you need to get some cloths and put them on your face.
Yes,
Keep
if
them
you're
wet.
allergic to Ghost Rock, it is a bad place to visit.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much Ghost Rock burning that the mist that the DM is using on the map is lagging it out. No, I'm kidding.
Was it lagging for you?
No, it wasn't actually.
Oh, good.
It usually
did have a lot of
does.
fog.
You're using clouds though. The clouds don't lag it, but the mist, I find it being laggy.
There's not much difference in the two of them, is there?
To the overall
That
look,
would
not
explain
really.
a few things, actually.
The
'Cause-
overall look, not really, but the mist always seems to be weird. And some people have it's real bright on their screen, and
Oh yeah. Okay. I can close
All
that.
right.
I can close that. At least for the
I'm
time
closing a
being.
bunch of shit too.
You guys make it to the evening, and you're about. Let's see how far. You gonna push on? You gonna camp on the road?
How far away does it seem to be from here?
You're
What do we got?
probably a good 50 miles by 40 miles by the way the crow flies, 50 miles by road. So it's probably a 2-day walk. There's no pushing unless you guys want to just push through the night and keep walking.
Yeah, we should rest for the night. Look for some food, eat some sandwiches.
I'm gonna move over. How far is it out to the beach?
There's a couple places where the trail comes pretty close to the edge of the maze, and you can see, water out there, and the next island's out.
Is it like cliffs down to the water, or is there a beach?
Most of it
in any spot.
Most of it's just cliffs down there. No, it's a
what-
drop off. Yeah, like this is a huge fissure that just.
Well, I think that's a good
dropped off.
spot to find a space like out on a peninsula that drops off all around us, and then we only
Right.
have to protect ourselves from one front.
Mm.
Unless, of course, something comes flying up out of the maze or whatever. But
Okay.
I mean, if we're that close to the cliffs, we could find a more secure spot.
All right, so Brad, let's get your survival rolls going to see if you can come up with some food and fiber for Timmons. And yeah, you find plenty of edible vegetation of some kind.
There's some wild onions and
onions and.
It is
lettuce.
Brussels sprouts. How do you find Brussels sprouts?
Is that what these are?
Actually, they're cactus flowers. eat a
For
few
some
of
reason,
them.
all these flowers are leaning to the left. I don't understand why.
No, I think you're just leaning to the right, Timmons.
Oh, that's true. I got a hole in my boot.
Well,
He should.
maybe
got a hole
you'll stand
in
up
my
straight
boot.
when you have enough fiber in you. And the best part of all, we have got a professional salad shredder with Sweetie.
Yeah, so between Doc and Luke, you guys come back with enough food to keep everybody fed. Got 2 raises right off the bat. And you guys camp for the night. And it looks like it's at least some bad weather because it's a club. So I now need to go to... no, it's not there. Leave that open if I need. So, you're sitting here setting up camp for the night, right? And you notice that temperature's dropping, like rapidly. You guys are like, shit. You know, if you got winter clothing, anybody got winter clothing?
But we can make a fire.
And by the time you get dinner started, it starts to snow a little bit. And by the time you're done cooking up your stew, there's like already an inch of snow on the ground. And Jeb and Doc got back just in time with the food when the weather roll was a 94, which produced that. And it's now snowing, and the snow's coming down sideways in a near whiteout condition. There's no encounter, but it's just
Billy Bob,
fucking
can you
snowing
stand
like
out
hell.
with a blanket out to your side like a wall?
He's just kind of shivering. He's got this blanket wrapped around him. Do you guys have winter clothing with you?
No, Timmons has got a blanket.
Nope.
I just have a.
Is that
clothes.
even an item? You know, and
I believe it.
winter boots and winter gear. Yeah,
I have a bedroll.
it's a cloak and a parka. Cloak / parka.
So you guys just
$200. Good
Bedroll.
Lord.
No. You gotta look and make sure it's the Deadlands.
I just did items. Savage World, something it said.
All Deadlands.
Savage World's Adventure Edition.
Look at the Smith & Robarts catalog. Nothing winter.
I don't have any other ones loaded. Savage World's Adventure Edition.
Oh.
Well,
it would be.
Which one? Robert's catalog?
Yeah, there's a Deadlands Weird West Player's Guide winter coat.
And that'll give you more of an idea.
It's
about,
$15.
Yeah, $15 for a big, thick winter coat.
Timmons doesn't have any. I mean, do we expect to be cold? No, probably not.
Well, it is. I mean, you're up in Northern California. You're not quite in the mountains, but it is Northern California, and it is November. I mean, you know.
Oh, it is. So maybe we would have purchased winter clothing.
That and that. Well, did you? Not a would you have?
No.
Did you?
Oh, Timmons does not have it. So.
Okay. Well, then, as the night progresses and you guys are huddled around in your blankets and fucking snow falls and falls and falls on you.
Big fire.
And you keep adding wood to the fire, and you're all huddled up next to the fire, and it just gets colder than hell, and snow's blowing.
Oh, I should have waited to play my hidden stash one. I've been like, oh, look, we found a box of cloaks, coats.
I asked you guys if you wanted to new cards and stuff. Didn't you?
Well, I have the card. I've already used my adventure card, though. So.
Right.
We did just leave a house full of freaking clothes, though.
You did just leave a house full of clothes, yeah. But, it hadn't been bad weather. I mean, hell, it was just a sandstorm here a couple of days ago.
A bad sandstorm.
Bad sandstorm. That's
crazy weather.
That's twice now I had to roll on the weather table, and both of them were in the 90s, which is deadly weather. So anyway, you make it through. Let's see how you make it through the night. I need vigor rolls from everybody.
Do we have a temperature-based penalty of any sort?
I've got a figure in my head, Brad.
I just know that I'm going to Benny mine.
Better.
I'm used to this.
So who does not have a blanket? Or
Here, I'm
some
gonna
kind of
roll a.
bedroll.
Bedroll.
So easy doesn't have anything.
He doesn't have anything. Shit.
I'll roll a D4 for Billy Bob.
I'll share or
I don't
attempt to
seem
share it
to.
with Sweetie G,
Wait.
as long as he promises to remove his shark
How do
brace.
you?
Oh hell, he's a
How do you-
big healthy lad. He's probably got at least a. He's probably got at least a.
I don't know.
I feel like he's got low smarts, high vigor.
Yeah, yeah. He
Timmons
is,
also probably dressed him up warmly. Here, you get this coat right here.
He lives here. Presumably, he knows what the weather's like outside. More so than we, the players, do.
Doesn't even know his
and
name. You think he's not know what snow is?
I want to know how long. Okay. So through the night it snows and it snows and it snows and it snows. And you guys who may have lived through this, so who failed their, let's see, Doc Fong, Benedict, and rolled an 8. Okay. Sweezy G is not in good shape.
I bennied for a 5.
You bennied for the 5. The 5 was your Benny roll.
He did do a
I
3
had
first.
a 3. Yeah, I had a 3 with a natural trait roll of 1.
It's all that. It's the Pokeyama that's cold.
Yeah, the metal is just really cold.
Luke, you rolled a 5,
Yeah.
and you have a blanket or a bedroll.
Roll. And a
Bedroll.
duster.
And a duster. Well, that doesn't really help much. That's all right.
At least keep the
So
wind off.
Sweezy G is not in. What is all this freaking stuff here? What is that? Contested roll.
Somebody had me targeted, I think. Luke had me targeted.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I made a note just to let you know that Timmons sent his mules to Denver.
Oh, that's
It
right.
was in my.
He did send the mules to Denver.
And Stanley went with him.
All right. Sweezy G.
Oh, these are clown shoes of squeaking and warmth. I didn't even know that. Wow.
They're not clown shoes of squeaking and warmth. You end up with 2 points of fatigue, Sweezy G, and I mean you're on death's doorstep the next morning, and Luke, you've got 1
One what?
point of fatigue the next morning.
Oh.
And you guys can see Sweezy G, and he's sitting over here, and he's trying to conserve his heat, and he's calling on. You got any magic or anything to help you out here?
So.
Technically, no. The adventure card says in combat, but
Timmons walks over and punches
I just
Sweezy
have
G's in the
second
face.
wind. Yeah.
Go ahead, you the card, you the card.
You punch him in the face, and his face cracks and shatters and falls into pieces, and like his teeth and
Oops.
shit are exposed now. His cheek is crumbled. No, he's
Are you related to Jib?
he's
That was my
not
first.
doing good though. He's got ice in his hair and shit, and I mean, he's just not. He was not prepared for this whatsoever.
I could. You should get a little closer to the fire.
Yeah, sit closer to the fire.
But the sun is up today. Let's see what the weather is like. Where did my weather table go? It is dry and windy, but it is still pretty cold. But at least there's no precipitation. Wind's blowing pretty hard. I mean, you can walk. I mean, he can move. You guys can move. Continue to move. He's just going to be kind of hamper it a little bit if there's any kind of encounters or whatever.
Well, how do you get rid of fatigue? Can we give him some like healing tea or something?
I don't have a fatigue removing power.
No.
Oh, neither. I've got the healing too. I was looking to see.
Yeah, you just have to have a good night's sleep to remove a point of it, I think. A meal and a good night's sleep or something.
Him is like, well, I can't keep you warm, but at least I can get you high. And he hands him a cigar. Here you go. Just tuck on that a little bit and make you warm you up. Which is totally not true. It'll make you colder, but because tobacco, nicotine thins your blood, it makes you colder.
But he'll look dramatic in the process.
Well,
it's the illusion of warmth.
Puke. And as you start
That'll
to puke,
warm you up.
You start to sweat.
Every time I puke, I start to sweat.
Yeah.
Then your sweat freezes, and then you get cold.
Yep. So the next day, you guys, let's see, you encounter some people as you're heading on into Shanfan. And let's just say, I'm not even going to roll on the rest of the tables. You guys make it to the way station where you met Volmer Tate. And Timmons walked in and said, and we're looking for some horse thieves. So you actually find a place to get inside, and they've got the fire going in here and stuff. And you guys get Sweezy kind of warmed up a little bit.
Fatigue is 1 per hour.
1 per hour
to heal it. With cold, you can't begin to heal it until you get warmer.
So we buy him a couple of shots of whiskey and get him close to the fire.
Moving, he would have been started to heal up.
Make him a nice cup of herbal tea.
It's 2d6 hours before you start.
Okay, so you're still cold until you get to the way station. You guys, and you're not the only ones that were caught out here in this. There's several other cowboys and shit that have made their way into here. So the room's pretty full for this little place. You know, there's a good, 8 or 9 other people in here. Yeah, 8 or 9 other people in here when you get here. So it's pretty crowded now, and the guy's not used to this, but he's got a fire going.
Is it the same guy?
Same guy that owned it before? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not. He probably left because he was starved to death.
I think he was part of the Friends of the Thief band or something, if I remember right.
Could have been.
We might have died. We might have killed him.
So anyway, you get, within a couple of hours, you get old Sweezy G kind of warmed up. But by then, I mean, it's, you got a little ways to go to Shanfan yet.
But it's daylight, right?
It's daylight. Will be for another couple hours. You can make it by dark, maybe. But there's snow. You're moving through snow now, so consider that. Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll skip over to the tracks then and try to walk on the tracks because the snow's probably been plowed by the train.
Well, hell, that's a full day across. That's 20 miles across there from the road to the tracks.
I thought.
Yeah, you guys are like you're like right here on the Ever Triumphant.
I thought we were heading into Shanfan somewhere this way, down.
Well, I made it easy on you. You woke up the next day, Sweezy G's about dead, and you walk a little ways farther.
Half frozen, at least.
Half frozen. You walk another couple hours, and you find this. So you've got another. We'll see. Yeah, we'll say you're right in there somewhere.
I was kind of thinking we made it down to the tracks and we were heading west.
But by noon,
that's why I said that.
Yeah, by noon, you've got him noon, 1 o'clock. You've got him warmed up, and you're like, well, if we're gonna make it, we're gonna have to go. So Did
I warm up as well?
In the snow, 20 miles. Yep, you guys are all good. You can take your fatigue off.
Are we having to hike uphill in snow 20 miles both ways?
Both ways, man. To and from.
That's what I had to do as a young herbalist back in the old days.
Pretty sure they made you walk on a bed of coals all the way to school.
That was summer.
Oh, okay. How did you travel to school in the spring?
Oh, well, it
Oh.
rained a lot, so I had to go buy a kayak.
I had to row
Up
downstream,
waterfalls both
both
ways.
directions to school. Yeah.
Well, I can
Upstream.
canoe. Can you?
And an ace is +8.
That's not a. That doesn't sound good.
Oh. Okay. All right. Nothing there, and oh, wow.
I don't know if that was a good sound, but I don't think it was.
Well, it wouldn't have been, except for it was a red card. It was an ace of diamonds, so you guys made that okay there. It's
Hey,
just
Luke.
It's just more bad weather. It just
Snowball
gets
fight.
colder and colder and
Shit.
colder.
Just Timmons just like tripping face plant into the snow.
Picks up a big blob of freaking cow poop that's still steaming, or horse poop that's still steaming. I thought this was a snowball.
All right, so it continues to get really cold, and you guys get 10 miles down the road, and I mean, it's just wearing your ass out marching through this deep snow trying to get back, down to Shanfan. And you come to what looks like, I don't know, there's a bunch of tents set up. And you can see stovepipes and stuff on the side of the road. You don't remember seeing this coming out here, and it almost looks like a little town,
Maybe it's the circus.
Do the clown shoes help in the snow at all? Just squeak, 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 because they're big.
They do. They give you a +2 to your pace, don't they?
I would think it kind of helps like a snowshoe a little too, so
Put
that's
you on
why you
top
got a
of
+2.
it.
Squeak, 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 squeak. He's trying it out.
So these people, you're saying they get a bonus to their notice roll to hear you coming. Okay, so they're all standing around looking at you as you start walking towards them because they hear this squeak, squeak, squeak coming in the snow.
We don't know him.
Timmy's got a blanket over him. His hat's all folded down because he's got it over his head. Squeak, 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 squeak. A cigar hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, we don't know him, right, Doc?
Who, Timmons? No, we don't know him.
Let's go over to one of these tents and get warmed up.
Oh, look at me, Venno. Look at me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, pretty much.
Look at me. Right there, cat in the
He
face.
decided it was time for attention.
So what do you guys do? You head towards them or what?
Yeah, Timmons, like the tent that looks like it's the warmest.
Actually, there is a great big tent set up where most people are. There's a couple other tents, and there's a stovepipe coming up out of this big tent. You get in there. You also notice there's wagons around, and there are some big draft horses and stuff that obviously being used to pull these wagons, kind of staked out over there. Wintering, kind of weathering out this storm, and you come walking in, and you see just a bunch of people just kind of sitting around in here trying to stay warm, and they're like, "Well, welcome."
We cool.
Somebody get them some coffee. Get some of them hot beans over here.
Yeah. Ooh, beans.
No beans for him. No beans for the clown.
And
what? I like bean juice.
When he says this, several people say, "Don't be sharing the food with them." And some lady says, "Well, look at him. You can't be that inhumane."
We okay with the food? Some hot coffee be fine though. Except for the boy, he could eat something.
Definitely the hot coffee.
Indeed.
The boy just kind of looks at the hot coffee. He didn't know what to do with it.
Drink it.
So he goes and takes a drink. He just and burns the hell out of his mouth. He's spitting. He's
Watch out, it's hot.
Then he goes out and he gets some snow and he puts it in his mouth.
That snow is yellow.
It was not yellow snow. Well, he wouldn't have known the difference anyway. Well, what makes it yellow anyway? So what you guys have stumbled upon is a group of merchants that are heading up into the gold mining camps in northern California, silver and gold mines, with their wares, and they have tents and picks and shovels and
this
denim jeans.
Great expedition has made it 10 miles outside of Shanfan. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the snow came in. They were like, "Holy shit!" And they had to set up camp real quick. Actually, they came in by train to Shanfan, and now they're heading north. Wow.
Well, Timmons would fork out a couple of dollars towards the coffers.
Jeans. They've got winter coats, and they've got boots, and they've got.
We could definitely use some winter coats.
Bedrolls and wheelbarrows.
Can we buy some of these winter coats from you?
When you say buy, boy, they snapped. Oh yes, we're open for business. And,
well, that's a fine thing. Timmons like, this coat looks like it's gonna fit me. Here, come here, Billy Bob. Looks like this one gonna fit you. Anybody else want a coat?
Yes, we should get.
Yes.
Basically raises his hand.
Come on over here. We'll take 6 coats, please, sir. And some of them, some more of the blankets and.
Ooh, how much for this pair of gloves?
Whatever's in there times 4. Remember, prices out here are ridiculous.
All right, so wait, what's winter gear?
$15 winter coat's going to be $60.
60 times 6 is 360.
Yep.
All right, so Timmons will fork out $400.
Oh, you're paying? Okay.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
There you go. This money's good in any town in California.
Yeah, they're pretty good with that too. So is the guy that was bitching about you guys eating their food, because actually he's the one who owns the coats. So he's like, "Here, give him some more beans. Go with them coats."
Yeah.
Hey, you can fill up this coat pocket.
Beans.
Get a coat with 2 pockets full of beans.
That's nice.
Pocket full of beans.
Put your hands in it, keep them all warm. Oh, so warm in these beans.
Pocket full of beans.
Oh yeah, your beans keep them all nice and warm.
So delicious.
Do you have any scarves? A warm one, maybe.
Sure.
All right.
I got one off that horse outside.
What are you guys posting in
mosquito.
Discord? What are you posting in this? Pockets of hand.
Nice. Pockets of beans. That's a pretty good idea. Get hit in the face with some hot baked beans that make you go, ah!
Oh, it burns, but also that's kind of a good
It burns,
sauce.
it burns. Is that molasses? Roll that
so
beautiful
hot,
bean footage. All right, I'm going to put one of these on my character sheet. Winter. Somebody can put one on Albert's. Why didn't they capitalize coat? I don't like it.
I was wondering the same thing too.
I don't know. Why did they call them owl eye googles?
Because you can search for things in the dark.
Oh, the shark puppet eating beans.
I imagine that's how Timmons eats the beans when he's offered them.
Hey, I found Timmons when somebody says beans.
Or that's what everyone else does when Timmons makes the big happy face.
The hell is that?
Oh no!
It's a gopher.
It looks like a prairie dog.
You guys gonna get some of these
thought it was a
beasts.
prairie dog.
Mm.
A little fat for a prairie dog.
From all the beans, maybe.
I guess. Okay. So, you guys are like, you get warmed up, you get some winter clothing and stuff. And, that's how the Adventures in the Maze works. It all depends on the suit of the card, the card's value in this case. Red is good, black is bad. It was an ace of diamonds, and I thought, well,
Diamonds are the best too,
what
aren't
could
they?
be better? And so I start rolling. Who are the people? And the people said affiliations, a trading vessel, or blah blah blah. So kind of goods going to market. And I thought, okay, there we go. So that's how you got your little merchants that had made it a whole 10 miles outside of Shanfan. So you guys truck it on into town, and you make it by evening, and you stumble back to the Sunrise House. Cold once again, but not nearly as cold now that you've got these denim coats lined with the white, wool, sheep's wool. You know what I'm talking about, Brokeback Mountain coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't it be Blazing Saddles?
Blazing
I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we did have beans.
So you said you were going to have some of the
And we
explorers
did have
try
a
to
black sheriff.
do some research for you into Whately
Yeah.
Isle.
Unless
Okay.
they already know, but
Right.
I figured that they'd have to look at maps and stuff.
Probably, yeah.
Drink some fancy
probably go
brandy
to-
and discuss things.
Yeah, talk to Pennington Smythe because he's most likely to know about it or have the resources to find it.
Is he here?
Oh yeah.
So we
Have you lads had any luck finding a good source of food?
Actually, we
yes.
did. We found a really good source of food.
Get the man a sandwich. Billy Bob?
We probably already ate all of our sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all gone.
Or disappeared.
Well, hey, maybe Billy Bob can get a job with the Explorer Society.
Billy Bob, this is
Pennington Smythe.
Pennington Smythe. This is Billy Bob Wayland. Wait, what was her name? Waitley? Billy Bob Waitley.
We don't know he's a Waitley.
Well,
We
why would
assume
he be living in the Waitley's house if he wasn't Waitley?
Yeah, it
And
could be.
if we were going to give someone a last name, Waitley would make sense for him, wouldn't it?
Does make sense.
Yeah.
If we had
So-
found them at the Smith house, we would call him Smith.
Now, Captain
Right, so-
Pennington Smythe raises an eyebrow at you guys when you say, "Why not name him Waitley?" And he's like, "Are you sure you would do that to the young man?"
What? He don't know no difference. He doesn't even know his name is Billy Bob.
Billy Bob, do you recall what your name is?
I'm sorry.
You named me Billy Bob, he says.
Oh, good job.
You've been Billy Bob for 2 days. 3.
Seems like forever. Is this west?
This is west.
Well, it's more south right now, but pretty west.
Well,
This place is called
unless you a
South?
fish, you can't. I guess you a fish or you on a boat, you can't get much further west. What is this? Nice bathing in beans. Timmons would just lose it.
That's actually how you met that woman in Joplin.
That is.
No,
so
that was in a
gross.
bar. There could have been a bean strip thing going. You know how they do the.
That
Maybe it was
is-
like a big bean
Why?
festival.
Why would that?
Why is that a thing?
And those are like Campbell's baked beans. Those are crappy ones.
Well, I mean, if you're going to bathe in beans, you want to use the cheapest possible ones you can find.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, because it's going to take a lot of beans.
Bushes, they're not too expensive.
So would you guys? Let's see. Adjust some time because remember I've got to keep the pretty accurate record. It's now the evening of the 11th.
I do have to give you props on your record keeping of time. I'm horrible about it. You do a good job.
Well, I have to, because the whole thing is based on the end of this campaign.
A lot of
is
modules
based on
and
a
adventures
date.
are based on time, and I'm horrible about it. I'm like, yeah, it's just been a week. There
Well,
you go.
I
don't
thought,
know.
they said start it a year before, and I thought, hell, these guys aren't going to get this shit done in a year as much as they role play. So that's why I kicked it to 2 years. Okay, well, give them 2 years just to give us that buffer. And so you would
they
not
decided
have,
to, like,
based on how you played it, you wouldn't have got it finished it in the first year. So
Yeah, but the one little minor change in a note, you could have fixed it by changing the month. Bloop. If you wanted to, I'm just not that it's
What
a
you were
deal.
expecting us to do something crazy like run for mayor of a town or anything?
Yeah.
Who would have
Hey,
expected that?
that absolutely 100% was not anyone in the party's idea. It was Pennington Smythe's.
Oh no, what it was the other guy.
It was Explorers Society's
no,
idea.
it was the reporter,
The writer
dude.
guy, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Deadwood
Lacey
Jones.
O'Malley.
Lacey
Yeah.
O'Malley.
Yeah, Lacey O'Malley had that.
But he was working in conjunction with Explorers Society.
It was an American
Yeah.
version of Pennington Smythe, is what it was.
Yeah, exactly. So
How
yeah.
long was Timmons mayor? Like a month?
Well, you guys took that whole thing and kind of ran with it. I mean, H.G. Williker starts setting up shop, and Albert buys a fucking saloon, and I'm like, okay, well, here we go.
Timmons starts to build a bank.
Yeah, exactly. So, hell, you guys were there for a couple of months, I think, around, down around Perdition, when that could have been a 3-session thing and done.
Yeah, I think it was like a month and a half because we
Well,
had, like,
if the DM
the
makes a
werewolf
map,
thing.
we're spending some time there. It's just isn't that a rule? If the DM draws a whole map of a town, you can't just spend 3 encounters and leave, or 3 sessions and leave. It's just wrong. Like the map you just made at Gomorra. Was that your map?
I know, I kind of want to go back.
It's a good map.
Yeah, that was made with Incarnate. The one of Perdition was made with campaign cartographer, city designer.
I just use Fantasy Grounds now to make anything.
Perdition Streets, is that right? No, that one. Not that one.
All right, so Timmons needs to buy a new pair of boots. And we got to find some food.
Yeah, I mean, I made the map after I realized you guys were going to be here for a while. If you remember, the first time you went to Perdition, the first couple times you went to Perdition, there was just this little piece of shit map that I put together, just to get through it. But when you came back and started getting all involved in things, I was like, well, okay, let's do this. So.
Well, I think you ought to update it. So this is a rail station now.
Yeah, I can go in there and change all that. It
I'm
would be
kidding.
a big rail hub. Well, I mean, hell, I may do some homebrew stuff here in Perdition later.
And then
we'll see what happens. Maybe California won't be here at the end of this.
Where were we building the bank? I know we were putting a bank in somewhere. I think it was
I thought it was one of these over here downtown someplace. I thought it was like right down here.
I assumed it was on Main Street somewhere.
I thought it was over there.
It could be next to the telegraph office. That would be a good spot.
That does make sense.
Office.
Oh,
or, no, here's a telegraph.
Telegraph Road.
Yeah, there's telegraph office.
So that could be the bank.
Could be.
Or the one across the street. That would be even better. You don't usually want a bank at the edge of town, though, so I'd say this one. There's a bank at the edge of town, you just flee out of town with the money.
Sure, although
like
it's expanding that way, too.
City planning. I worked for the city planning department for a little while, and put a bank next to the edge of town.
So do you guys want to head straight to the whaling hole and try to take care of that, or do you want to wait for this, see what this weather does?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna at least spend a full day here,
Yeah.
and see what happens.
All right, so I'll bump the calendar forward. Let's see what happens with the weather on the next day. Dry and windy, so no more additional snow. Still windy, snow drifts everywhere. Hasn't started to warm up yet. But, it's getting later, it's getting closer and closer to winter, so you guys are going to just have to toughen it out, man. You're going to have to travel Northern California in the wintertime.
We could get
Can we
a wagon.
if we use if we took a couple pounds of ghost rock with us and burn it, does that help? How long does ghost rock burn for? Or is that going to help us stay warm next to a fire or anything like that?
No more than burning wood. Matter of fact, it could be kind of dangerous.
Well, we know it's
pop
dangerous,
and explode and do weird shit
and
like
scream. We're not going to sleep on him.
Yeah. Yeah, scream.
So Timmons, it needs to at least go to see Dr. King Schultz.
And on the third day, the wind settles down and the sun comes out and it starts to warm up a little bit. So it gets above freezing and starts to melt the snow. That is on the 13th. And you're going to take the train down to Perdition and see Dr. King Schultz. You got a toothache?
Oh, I forgot. I thought he was in Champagne. Never mind. Sorry.
No, he's got a dentist office down there.
I know. I was thinking it was in Champagne.
I wish J-Rob would come back and play him for just a little bit.
Yeah,
if we
you
were to
guys
buy a
had
flamethrower.
I haven't seen him at all on Discord ever. I mean, is he still
Oh, I think he found him a woman and disappeared.
Well, you can still say hi in Discord. I mean, it's like the end of the world.
Knowing him, he probably found a harem of them.
Like he's got a compound out in the woods now?
Yeah, like he makes.
No, I
movies.
think he just shows up invisible.
He's been buying Connexes and a backhoe. Is that what you're saying?
You guys need to look up news about the couple of guys they arrested in Lebanon, Missouri. Some weird shit going on down there.
Marbania, I live in South Florida. Please.
I'll tell you about it after the stream. Well, we're almost done here. I'm not going to make a big deal of going to the whaling hole. So basically, I just want to check the weather and the dates and the times, and we'll say that you guys went out there and took care of it because you knew where it was at. You've been there. Well.
Yeah, that worked so well the first time.
You know which way not to go.
With Captain Pennington Smythe's assistance, Timmons is like, yeah, I should have took a left at the cactus, and you figured it out. So,
Timmons, that's not a cactus. That's a redwood.
I need to know how long you want to wait here so I can adjust the calendar, because it'll be.
Well, I say we spend.
You're taking the train as far as you can, or what?
Yeah, I think we should take the train. Probably, I would think if the train was going to stop, it would be at this road crossing.
I think that's a river.
This is a river?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, the San Joaquin River. Oh,
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
I was thinking that's
River. Oh, Sacramento. Yeah, apparently it changes names.
San Joaquin River is here.
Looks like they junction right here.
Mm-hmm. San Joaquin River goes all the way up into the redwoods of province.
Yeah, we're gonna as soon as we get because
seems likely there'd be some sort of town near the water at least.
The cave is on the east bank of the river, so we need to make sure when we get off the train, we're east of the river, somewhere in here. And we'll head up there. And I'll get the
So the train
pop-up.
can easily get you to here and drop you off.
Well, that's close
in a
enough.
day.
Then we just
there's a
just head
day,
that
and
way.
then you're, a day there and back, and then
20 miles
a good
out.
1-2 days.
Let's say
So it's
we
5
got you need
days.
to adjust a week. 7 days back to Shan Fan. We might have spent a day at the cave.
Okay, so add log entry on the 13th.
Remember, we had to climb down into something when we got out there.
Who is going to spill their blood on the petroglyph?
Luke.
I reach out and push Luke's hands towards it.
Luke has taken it upon himself. Okay. So Luke marks that, and we'll say a week later, the 20th.
Yeah, Luke may or may not be suffering from a savior complex.
Does that mean you an asshole?
What? How did you get asshole from savior complex?
Because I don't know what savior complex means.
No, he likes to save. He works at the
Your
bank.
own personal Jesus.
Something like that, maybe?
Someone to hear your prayer. Someone to care. All right. So I think we'll leave it there. You guys make it back to Shanfan 8 o'clock at night on Thursday, the 20th of November, and you've now taken care of 2 petroglyphs. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And you need 7. Okay.
We need 5 more, and then we got to kill 13 people with a flood somehow. We don't know how to do that, but the elementals are going to help us.
I feel like we should establish an alibi and Perdition first, so they don't get mad if we fled some of them by mistake.
Well, Perdition is way up on the cliff.
20 sides to every story. Resident Evil 2. They are not doing Icarus, Dead by Daylight, tabletop RPGs, quests, and cliffhangers. That looks like
he's probably doing Deadlands.
Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do.
Las Vegas. No, he's doing Savage Worlds, not Deadlands. Las Vegas.
Savage Worlds. We're going to start the raid. In the meantime, if you guys want to hook up with Drake tomorrow night, Empire of the Ghouls. All right. Yeah. So there you have Drake's information right there. That is in the chat. Did I do that? I did that earlier.
Yeah, it's still sitting there.
Yeah, but if somebody didn't come in until, all that good stuff.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, what I need to do is make sure I flip back to this scene because that actually captures. Look at that. Look at that. Now this scene captures the URL. So twitch.tv/DrakeTakes. We'll get you there. And no Saturday night game. Tuesday night we'll be back at Drake's channel for Princes of the Apocalypse.
Well, I'm changing the name of the campaign to Can We Get a Long Rest? I'm just changing it.
Can we get a long rest?
You guys, if you get a long rest, you level. It's just been like, when can you get a long? I'm like trying to figure out when you guys can get a long rest, and it's impossible.
Well, especially because Pinch keeps wandering down hallways. I'm doing that shit on purpose.
You're inside of the temple. It's going to be hard to get a long rest somewhere unless you kill everybody.
Pinch ain't worried about spell slots. He's a thief.
No.
Anyway,
I don't know. What does he get at 10th level?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Never worries about it. Okay, so it's Drake for tomorrow night and for Tuesday night, and then back here next Thursday night. So, thank you guys for coming by. Thanks for the subs over on YouTube, and Scuba and Drake and Vino and Engorgio for your subs. Appreciate it, guys. I hope you all had a good holiday, and I hope 2022 is a much better year for everybody than 2021 was. Not that it was bad.
I hope so as well.
You know, just,
But it could be a lot better.
It could be a lot better. It was just different, a different way to live. But you know, it is. I think it is the new norm, to tell you the truth. But Scuba, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, with that, we are out of here. I am going to raid. What happened to my raid? Question cliffhangers. Here we go. I'm going to start the raid now. So what do we got? Like a 8-minute countdown or something. 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time around. Bye-bye.